We're pretty much starting now, boys.
Okay.
You do, you fam.
Stream status bad.
It always does that.
Yeah.
It always does that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, actually, it may have already started. G'day, guys. If you are in... Let me just see what we got here. Welcome, everyone. How are we today?
Hey guys.
This is Joycey making his live stream debut
G'day everyone.
for... I hope it started and we're not just talking shit.
Yeah, it started.
It has started. Fantastic. Thank you. All right, cool. How's everyone going? We're just loading up everything here. This is the first time or second time I've started on time ever on a live stream because we are doing it from my house with no internet connectivity issues. How's it feel to make your debut today, Joycey?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm keen to get into the game and hopefully GWS can compete and it'll be a really good game.
We'll start with you. We're about to have the national anthem. We have to remain silent. No, I'm just kidding. What's your predictions for the game?
Look, I did say in our video earlier in the week I tipped GWS. That was me not knowing that Whitfield was out and probably thinking Green was going to come back in as well. It's very, very hard to tip GWS.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to have to go with Collingwood, although I would love to see GWS beat them today, to be honest.
Busher's already tuned in and written a comment. Busher is here and also commenting.
You are so right. Busher T, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Busher T, man, reeks wisdom.
Not sure who he is, but
Reeks
I like
wizardry.
his profile pic too.
He reeks of something. Busher, what's your
That was
prediction?
last podcast. I'm probably going to say Collingwood win realistically, but I would like to see G-Dubs get up, I'm not going to lie. Be good for them.
Just saying, hey, g'day to, let's have a look. We got Tracy, Lucas Riley's here. G'day, mate. The Rosie Beam, how are ya? Backyard Charizard, my man. Daniel G in the house. Okay, I can't keep going, but it's good to see all of you here because we've got, how many people have tuned in at the moment? 40. That's a pretty solid start. Smoking Caesar. I'm overseas. How long until it starts? That will be, are you laughing at?
I was laughing at Busher and I both swigging beers
Yeah.
on camera. Without
This
realising.
great start. For those asking, the game starts in 3 minutes, I think, because they're just doing the national anthems now.
And then everyone will do their thing.
2 men and 1 protein shake. Yeah, that's a video I don't want to watch.
Hopefully it's a good game, eh?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking this. So,
That's what
Bushy,
I'm
you
cheering
think
for.
Collingwood? Yeah, I think Collingwood will win. But this GWS side, I was thinking they look a lot more tougher and more resilient than they have in recent years. You know, they've kind of folded a bit easily at
agree.
times.
Yeah.
But I was thinking today, if I don't know how deep they'll go this year. I tipped Collingwood will win this game, but next year I'm tempted to tip them as a real flag chance. If you think about their best players, their top 6 or so, it stacks up against anyone. Whitfield, Toby Green, Canelio, Josh Kelly, Jez Cameron, and then you got
Phil
guys
Davis,
like
I
Nick
guess.
Haynes, Phil Davis,
Yeah.
Zach Williams plays really. They're a very well-rounded team. Yeah, Hopper's a good up-and-coming
Taranto.
midfielder, Taranto. It's a stacked team, and De Boer is probably one of the best taggers in the game right now. So,
Definitely.
on paper, this GWS side is arguably the best talent.
I think we've known that for a few years. I think it's always been the physical side that we've been like, are they strong enough? Can they be down by 20 points at 3/4 time and still compete?
Yeah, that's true.
Last week against Brisbane, they really impressed me as they conceded so many inside 50s in that second half, and they still held on and won it. I thought it was actually a really mature victory.
Yeah, I agree. I think I said that at the time. I think that's probably their best club win.
Probably, yeah, just about.
Hard to argue.
Because they've won finals before. They've beaten Sydney a couple of times. I think they beat Sydney in a qualifying final, which is probably their other big finals win. But that, in terms of coming up against a top 2 team away from home, it was just a really, really tough effort. The way they hung on that dying minute, and that game could have gone either way. The Brisbane game, right before Daniels kicked that awesome goal, I was thinking Brisbane have got this.
Yeah.
So, but awesome game. So hopefully we are in for another cracker today.
Andrew?
Phil, Jimmy, Phil McCracker.
I'm good, thank you. I'd prefer not to. I don't have to.
You'll do what you're told. Luke is in the house. G'day, mate. 54 watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not too sure if we'll get to do a grand final live stream, but we'll see. So this might be the biggest game we do. Andrew Ferguson in the house. Welcome, mate. Yes, from Insta. You did tell us you'd be here, so welcome. Backyard Charizard, I think he said a lot of the Giants fans forgot to wear orange to the game. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know if I really want a Richmond GWS grand final. I've said this before.
Yeah.
I feel like Richmond would kill them.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the Giants, they're not a really proven MCG team coming up against arguably the best MCG team. And can you imagine how lopsided the crowd would be?
Yeah.
The crowd would be at Richmond GWS. But yeah. Anyway, Amaris is in the house. Welcome, mates. Zachariah, no, we can't show you the game for copyright reasons. I do get that question every live stream, but yeah, gonna put it to bed early. Welcome, Brody.
De Boer straight to Pendlebury. That'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about who we would go to. I think Pendlebury's a fair choice.
Yeah.
Sidebottom was probably my nomination, just because I think...
I saw a statistic about Sidebottom between when he gets tagged and when he doesn't get tagged. The averages is like 33 touches when he's not getting tagged and only 20 when he is getting tagged.
Yeah,
Hutchings absolutely destroyed him in the grand final.
Yeah, that's right.
I think Pendlebury's, though, you could argue Pendlebury with 2/3 of the disposals of Sidebottom could be just as damaging.
That's true. I just feel like Pendlebury could probably cope with the tag better than Sidebottom.
That is true.
Sidebottom seems very taggable, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas Pendlebury, you feel like...
I don't know, I think Treloar is someone you definitely want to look at as well.
How damaging is Treloar though compared to those other two?
I don't know, I think he's actually pretty good going inside 50. For a
He's
bit.
certainly not bad, but compared to Pendles and...
Yeah. I still would prefer... Yeah, I prefer to have Treloar have the ball in hands if I was the opposition than Pendlebury or Sidebottom. But, yeah, you're right. Like, it's a really, really well-rounded midfield. Lots of... Depth, yeah. So many different options. And, like, when they got Beams last year, we all thought... well, I certainly thought, this Collingwood team is stacked. In the end, they haven't really got as much out of that trade as we maybe thought at the time.
Zachy Williams on the half-back flank.
Fluix takes Walls. Sorry, it's a bit harder to read the chat today. We're a little bit further back to get all three of us in. But it's asking who we're all going for. I'm going for Collingwood, personally.
I'm supporting GWS, but think Collingwood will win.
I'm probably going for GWS, yeah. But I don't really mind, to be honest. I just want a good game.
Yeah, that's my main thing. That's for sure. I'm fairly neutral at this point.
Yeah, I like both teams, but the reason I'm going for Collingwood is I think that Richmond-Collingwood grand final would be the best grand final.
That is true. It would be a better grand final.
I think Backyard Charizard's going to Melbourne with his son for grand final week, which is an awesome holiday.
Oh, wow.
They're Melbourne fans, so they're just going as neutrals to soak up the atmosphere. And
awesome.
Can you imagine what Melbourne would be like for Richmond-Collingwood?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Backyard Charizard, I hope you're going to do a vlog for that, mate, because that would be very watchable.
Collingwood on top early. Seem to have control of possession.
Yeah. Nice.
Jamie Elliott's going to have a mark and shot at goal here.
Rumours of Jamie Elliott potentially moving to Melbourne at the end of this trade period, or at some point during
More
trade
opportunity,
period.
I'm guessing, is the rationale.
I'd rather stay at Collingwood, personally. Just
even with less 22 opportunity.
I think he does play quite often, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
To be fair, guys have been injured though. He might not be getting the game necessarily if he was in, for example.
That is true, yeah.
He's been in and out, even accounting for his health. He's had stints in the VFL, I think.
Early goal to Elliott and the Pies are on the board. Is that rain?
Yeah,
it is rain.
Yeah.
Ooh. Who will that suit? Who's a better ground level team? I'm actually not too sure.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
I feel like they're both fairly
I
decent.
think rain was anticipated, wasn't it?
Possibly, yeah. Dave's in the house. He wants more years. Dave, I'm just going to try and make you a mod because I haven't added a mod before. Add moderator. Is that going to be easy to do? Hey, Dave is now moderator. Welcome.
Putting all the pressure on Dave.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dave.
No, we've already talked about
Publicly
it.
outing him as a moderator.
Yeah. Nah, he's a good man. Good man. He wants more years, Elliot. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Can understand why.
What's he getting offered by Collingwood? Does anyone know?
Generally not sure. Somebody.
Dave, if you know what Jamie Elliott's getting offered by Collingwood, let us know.
Give us the juicy goss, Dave.
It's probably getting 2 years or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
And Melbourne are
That seems
desperate
to be the
enough for
go-to
scoring.
these days for a contract extension.
Yeah.
Two or
Yeah.
three.
Zach Williams is a player who's really turned it on the second half of the year. Actually, I guess he's been good all year, but I feel like in the second half of the year maybe lifted a bit.
Just jinxed him with that kick there, though.
Yeah.
Commentator's curse, mate.
Yeah. Remember he did his Achilles last year and missed most of the year, but then came back for
finals.
a final and was like one of the best on ground. Oh, your boy Nick Haynes, is that copped a bit of a knock? And he's landed awkwardly.
Oh.
Right on the arm.
weird.
Yeah, that would have hurt.
You were just making a fairly big call about Haynes before, weren't you, Joyce?
Yeah, I think he's arguably the best defender in the AFL right now as of this second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy Howe dropping the sitter.
Oh, took him on. Got away with one there, Jeremy Cameron, I think.
Bit of a pull-in, you reckon?
Thought he could have got rid of it.
Lucas Riley reckons if Collingwood win, Phil In will win the Norm Smith.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
He's another player who might end up at another club next year.
That I can understand, considering his lack of seeing opportunity for how good he is.
Dave says, I think he's getting offered 2 and wants 3 regarding Elliott. Thanks, Dave. On the ball.
And I could say Melbourne giving him the 3. They're desperate for a bit more firepower in their forward line.
Yeah. Your boy Josh Kelly.
Yeah, I was going to say, was Josh Kelly even one of the players I listed as being one of their best players?
Yes,
I think I skipped him. But
you listed him, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I was listening out for him.
Oh, thanks, man. Well, again, I think he's up there with Whitfield in terms of like talent, and he's still pretty young. He's only 24.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought in 95, so
yeah.
another player who could be one of the, like a potential Brownlow winner on their list. They've got a few.
That might be the issue with Brownlows for GWS.
True. Yeah, between Canelio and in particular. Expecting him to poll well in my video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I have a video previewing the Brownlow and my predicted votes. And Canelio, I think, was leading before he got injured off the top of my head.
I think he was, yeah. I watched that.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite for the Brownlow, Busher?
Ooh.
While you're answering that, I'm just going to charge my laptop. Sorry.
That's toughy, bloody. Very wide open field this year, that's for sure.
Gross.
Danger's probably in the thick of it. Bloody. Fife's probably in the thick of it. Cripps in the thick of it. Yeah, there's a few examples.
Wow, you just really sat on the fence for that whole.
Mark,
Yeah, come on.
Top 6 favourites.
me a
I
name.
don't like fucking 3, thank you.
Give me a name.
If I have to pick one, probably I'll back in my boy Fife, I guess.
Yeah, nice.
That was your call too, Joycey? You're thinking 5?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
I'm doubling down on Danger. I think I reckon personally he got 9 votes in the last 3 rounds, which will probably be telling or significant.
If he has, it's hard to see him not winning it, isn't it?
I think he started and finished well. Whereas I think Kelly and Neil weren't as consistent.
I think Neil was pretty consistent.
I
to
think
be fair.
in the middle, no, I'm not saying he wasn't consistent, but in terms of votes, I think he probably didn't poll much in the middle to the late part of the season.
Oh, well done.
He was a consistent player, like generally speaking, yeah. But I think there were literally games where Lions probably like stole votes from him.
And Zorko.
Zorko.
Yeah, Zorko was good.
That's a shocking kick.
Not his finest from Grundy, that's for sure.
Charizard says, if GWS managed to win, then Whitfield, Green and Canelio are fair ins. That's a good point. Those are 3, probably the biggest ins GWS could manufacture.
For a Grandy, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Would they bring Canelio in, though?
I think so.
That's the best small forward, the best halfback.
Yeah.
And probably
Yeah.
top 10 midfielder in the league just coming into your side right there.
Yeah.
Oh, good chase down.
Luke wants to know ladder predictions for next year. Well, we won't be able to run through the whole thing. I think it'll be a bit
Who's going
difficult.
to be your top?
Let's go top 4, eh?
Yeah, I'll go top 4.
I'll go Richmond, Collingwood again, and I'll go West Coast, GWS.
I've got a feeling West Coast might drop out of the 4.
Yeah,
I think Peter Sumich was right. It's an absolute shit show over there.
I don't think that's what he said. I think you hear what you want.
Culturally.
Yeah.
I was joking.
I will go Richmond, Pies.
You
GWS.
say Eagles drop out, but they actually didn't make it this year.
Yeah, I did say that straight after.
Oh.
I think
So I
these.
wasn't listening. All right.
I'm going to say these two, Richmond and the Dogs.
Oh,
Yeah, good call.
I think the Dogs will play finals, yeah. I think the Dogs will play minimum finals. Yeah, top 8.
Yeah, they're in the top 18.
It's funny how you and I sort of are opposite ends of like West Coast optimism, because all year this year you were saying West Coast are the best team, and I was like, nah, and I stand by that. I don't think they were. But next year I'm actually more confident.
I still think when they're at 100% they're the best team.
Yeah.
But I think they played a lot of games at the end where they were 75, 80%. They weren't their best.
Pelton down now.
I think look, we won't labour on it too much, but I think they weren't as good as Geelong, Richmond or Collingwood this year.
Brody Allen says Richmond, Port, Hawks, Lions.
Whew.
Port Adelaide, wow.
That's a big call. They're
Hawthorn too.
Hawthorn, if they had gotten Cornelio, I would have found that more
Lions definitely a good case.
I'm going to say Lions top 6, but I think they're going to drop down a little bit.
Do you think that final loss is going to dent their confidence a bit? Not as much as Melbourne, but I feel like that Melbourne loss to West Coast really, it kind of just put them in their place a little bit.
You'd like to think not. I mean, but then again, like, history is littered with teams that get belted in finals and then don't recover straight away.
Yeah.
So you could be onto something there. I think next year, my logic is more like, I've said it before, Brisbane are a quality team, but had a decent fixture for having finished in the bottom 6 last year.
That is true.
And had the best injury list out of anyone.
Probably play all the top 4 twice next year.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. They will.
Oh, I feel like GWS a little bit scrappy at the moment. Just quite haven't got things together yet. But the last couple of minutes have probably had the better of the play. I feel like GWS, even their like 10th picked player is like elite skills.
Yeah, that Dav's bloody good.
Yeah.
Just saw your message about Callum Toomey, Lucas. Thank you for that. I'll bear that in mind. I'll chat to you later about that. Will Don Pike coach Fremantle next year? What do you think about that to Fremantle fans right here?
I'll take him over Sumich.
I think no, but that's just my...
Yeah, I don't think so, but I'll take him over Sumich.
I'd probably prefer a few others to Don Pike. Yeah. I think, to be honest, the last couple of years at Adelaide, that kind of... The man management seemed pretty average, to be honest, and that's not me just putting it all on Don Pike, but he is the head coach, and I don't know, there's a lot of rumours about players and coaching staff not getting on, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I'd probably rather avoid that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hamish Brayshaw is in the chat. G'day, mates. He's a good contributor to this channel and the live streams. Good fella. And an Eagles fan.
Must be a West Coast fan.
Yeah. No, it's the real Hamish. No, it's not.
So you're saying the real Hamish isn't a fan of his own team?
No, he's actually a Fremantle fan.
Fair enough.
Since the gaff incident.
Yeah.
Be interested to see if Hamish Brayshaw keeps his spot on the list next year. I'm hoping he does.
I think he's decent, actually. He just needs to...
He's just
maybe get a crack and have a run of games.
He's out of contract, I'm pretty sure. So he's in a little bit of strife there. But the thing about the Eagles, though, is that they pretty much have no depth outside of their starting 22.
Yeah, I think that might save him, especially now that Masterton's gone as well.
Yeah. So Kelly will probably swap Maston out, but the next
that confident?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not. I guess
Jump into conclusions, mate.
I just mean best case scenario. I guess you're right. It's not linked in. I guess mentally, I had probably started counting it as a sure thing, but
really?
You're right. Yeah, but
I still think it's actually very much up in the air, to be honest.
In terms
of whether he stays or goes, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he stays at Cats.
I could see it.
I think they're going to make it very hard for him to leave, and that makes it difficult.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like West Coast will get it done. I think West Coast have enough to offer Geelong, and with his sensitive situation, I don't think they're going to make it to it. But I do think it'll go down to deadline day.
What do you think it will be? Like 2 firsts and a 4th round, or a future pick, or something?
Geelong have asked for 14. Sorry, Geelong have asked for 3 top 30 picks, which we actually have.
That's not worth it, though.
I don't think so either. So 2 firsts is probably about fair, which would be 13 this year and 13 next year, whatever we finish. Sean's in the chat. Welcome, Sean. He's another moderator on the Discord and an OG part of this channel. Known him for a long time. Good fella. Brody says, remember when I said that GWS was dark horse? Yeah, good call, actually, that one. They've gone deeper than I and many, many people. Yeah,
well done, mate. Good call.
I've said this before on the podcast. I think GWS, should they... Well, I said going into finals, this was a bit of a lost year for GWS because mid-year, I thought Geelong and GWS were the best 2 teams. Yeah. And they were the only team to win at Cardinia this year. And they looked really red hot, but just slumped and lost too many games, and finishing 6th generally, I don't think as an interstate team you can win the flag. Now, I know there's still a shot. But I think on ability...
They're probably one of the best 5th place sides we've had in a long time. Yeah. It feels like they've sort of been around this mark, though, the last 2 or 3 years.
Only team to win a final every year since 2016.
There you go. So they got to make the jump now.
Yeah, I agree. They're kind of following the Sydney model, which is like Sydney's model for like most of the 2000s and beyond were like finish around 4th or 5th every year, and then you give yourself a chance for the flag. And Sydney pinched 2 flags in arguably years where they weren't the dominant team. They were like just 06 West Coast finished best first and were considered the best team going to finals. 05 I'm thinking. Yeah, 05 was West Coast and Adelaide, and then in 2012 Hawthorn were big favourites to win the grand final. Then in 2014 Sydney were the best team going into the finals and
lost.
Obviously they got torn apart. But so I think GWS are following that model where if you just give yourself a shot by finishing in the top 5 or 6 most years, then you'll be able to pitch one.
Pretty good signs, I reckon, for GWS early, to be honest. They're looking like they can definitely match it with Collingwood so far. Just need to get something on the scoreboard.
That could be a big blow if Phil Davis is off for a stint.
Phil Davis going down to the rooms, massive blow potentially.
Yeah. Backyard Charizard saying Blues will not play finals next year.
I agree with you, Backyard Charizard.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call.
Year after, maybe.
Yeah. I think there's just a lot of teams worthy of finals next year. But I do feel more and more confident they will win a flag eventually. With a player like Paddy Cripps on the list.
Yeah.
Walsh.
I don't know. I'm just starting to think. I said it last year, even before they came good, I thought their rebuild was complete. They just need games into them now. And obviously, we saw what happened in the second half of the year. A bit more of a convert in that respect.
Jeremy Finlayson here. Shot for goal on a 50 metres.
Put them in front.
Looks good.
Significant.
He's ticked it.
Off a step, pretty much.
I tell you what, he's had a really good year, Jeremy Finlayson. Come from nowhere for me a little bit.
Yeah. He was a buddy backman last year.
Yeah.
I think he made the 40 for the All-Australian.
Did he?
I think.
This year?
I thought so.
Yeah.
He was a shout for it if he didn't make it. Yeah. I thought he did. But
he had a really good season.
Yeah. Big goal that, you're right. Brody, Blues top 2 for me.
I like that.
He's just kidding. 8 to 12. I was going to say.
8 to 12.
That's a fair shout.
I reckon like 14, something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. They are still pretty young.
I'd say 13th, but Fremantle will probably finish fucking 13th again.
Bush is very angry.
I'm a jaded football fan at the moment, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, we should tell them what we did to Bushy yesterday in the chat. I say we, Joycey was the mastermind behind it. He got a fake tweet generator and made a fake tweet from John Ralph saying Sumich was about to be announced as Fremantle head coach, and then subsequently followed it up with Peter Bell has sensationally quit the club. And then what was your third one, Joycey?
Ben Cousins will be the assistant coach.
Ben Cousins to be the new assistant coach to Sumich.
That's the one that gave it away.
Nah.
By World War II fanatic. That was the Twitter handle.
Yeah, World War II fanatic. Ames Brayshaw says, can you do us a favour and convert Bush to the Eagles? Oh,
no, never.
The quote I said, because with all this Blakely rumours, but Blakely's open to be traded. If Fremantle trade Blakely and we don't get shit in return, I'm just not following football.
I was going to say.
I can't ever not support the Dockers, but I just will tune football out for a while if that happens.
It'll be easier to convert Busher to Islam than it would to
You've already got all the stuff lying around here by the looks.
For the record,
That's what I always say too.
It's all Buddhist stuff. I used to live in Thailand, so there's some Buddhist stuff around here. We're not Buddhists, but we just have it. Oh, that is a goal. Who's kicked that?
Jaden
Stevenson.
Oh,
Big in. Yeah. Rosie Beam says it's a tough ask for Carlton being forced to play their grand final in round one with only a pre-season comp to prepare. That's a good call. That's always their best performance for like half a season.
Yeah, they usually just bob up for that game and piss off.
The last 2 years they have, haven't they?
Yeah. They've put in good performances in that game. And everyone's like, ooh, optimistic for this year.
Oh, there's Jesse.
That looks like you, mate. He's talking about the bloody Bunnings ad where the guy takes the fakest sip of the bottle ever and like he just goes...
It does look like you in 20 years, Bush.
More like 3 years.
Mate, get me a job at Bunnings, mate. I'll be swigging flasks at work. Like that old codge.
I believe you.
I was already back out. Phil Davis getting a rub on the hammies. Hopefully he's alright.
Wooden spoon for next year is the question. Surely Gold Coast.
Gold Coast. Yeah.
I actually struggled to put together the bottom four next year. I was thinking about it the other day.
I think Melbourne.
Really?
Melbourne could be there, yep.
Yeah, man, that would be a disaster. And
Gold Coast.
Have to sack Goodwin, I think, if they finish bottom four again.
After that's pretty close. Maybe St Kilda.
Yeah, see, even they should theoretically improve, especially with Brad Hill.
Yeah.
And they had probably one of the most injury lists this year. Adelaide is a shout, actually.
Yeah, Adelaide.
But it depends. Like, there's been a lot of innuendo about who they're trading, and it might all be bullshit. So if they lose Laird and like a Crouch brother, then yeah.
How's the pace of Ian Hill?
Bobby Hill worked off it. Gee, Darcy Moore looks so strange with that new haircut.
He does, doesn't he?
Dave asks, thoughts on the succession plan coming back to the AFL scheme? So, yeah, I guess that's in reference to, like, Rutten being announced as the successful Woosher in 12 months. I think it's weird. What do you guys think?
Totally weird. I don't understand why.
I don't necessarily mind it, because I think... So I read this in an article, and I do remember something about when Woosher first took the job that it wasn't going to be forever, and he was planning on coming back to Perth.
Yeah, but this sort of seems more like it's a club decision, not Worsfold's decision to me. I just don't understand why. I don't think they're underachieving, personally.
Yeah, I agree. Other than a few very concerning results. Like,
yeah,
there's concerning results, and then there's losing to the Bulldogs by 104 points when you're higher on the ladder, and finals are just around the corner.
Yeah.
But I agree, generally, to finish 8th, I think that was pretty much a pass for them.
I'd say it's par.
Yeah, maybe par's probably about right. To answer the question, succession planning in general isn't bad. Like, if you're Paul Roos and you've got Simon Goodwin's like next in line and Paul Roos was only ever a stopgap, then it makes sense. Same thing with Malthouse coming to the end of such a long career. he's named his successor and Buckley's about to take over. That makes sense.
Yep.
But if the club has gone to Woosher and said, hey, you're out of here in 12 months, you got 12 months to train up your replacement, that is weird. But if it's...
depends how it went down.
Yeah, if it's mutual like you say, Bush, that you've clearly just made up. If it's
They
mutual...
said it in an article, and I remember it when he first signed, but there was something about it not being forever, ever. Forever, ever? Forever, ever. Black Eyed Peas. Isn't that a Black Eyed Peas?
No, it's Outcast.
Oh, yeah, Outcast, you're right, yep. I always get those two
I know
mixed
you
up.
are a big Will I Am fan, though.
Absolutely.
No, he's a big
Exactly.
Willie fan. You misheard.
Oh,
Mark Blakely joins in, loving that 480p, not quite full screen too. Come on, man, we're just doing our best here. I don't know how to fix that. I just changed screens to look at it and it's fine on OBS.
Probably your webcam.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't actually notice if it was on the last live stream. I'd love to get an actual proper camera that you can live stream off. Like,
I think
they exist. I think Caden has one.
I think you can, if you
went
do
to
it
them.
right, you can hook up like a DSLR.
Yeah. I don't think mine's capable. Mine's
great
like
kick there.
mine's very like early mid-range sort of beginner camera. Like it's nothing special.
He wants the kick.
I've seen your mid-range game. You don't have a mid-range game, mate. It's a basketball reference.
I know. It was just weird. My mind went to golf. Would you rather win the next 2 premierships and never win a granny for the rest of your life, or win a premiership every 7 or 8 years? Definitely the 7 or 8 years for me.
Yeah, definitely. Sustained success.
Yeah.
Bush, that gives you another 2 premierships.
Man, if the Eagles won a flag every 8 years, I'd be stoked. It was 12 since the last one.
Oh, good play,
It's a
Himmelberg.
scrappy game, this.
Here he
Oh,
is.
yes, here we go. Bobby Hill lining up.
Is
for-
it?
Is it? I don't know.
Ian Hill.
Yeah, I think it is. No,
No, it's-
Bobby's his nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I was like, what the fuck
it's
you calling him
pronounced
Bobby?
Ian.
Like, what the fuck are you calling him Bobby?
Good play from Himmelberg there. Cousin of Brad and Stephen.
I'd say recruit him, but we're not going to have any Hills on our list at this rate by the sounds.
I think he just re-signed.
Yeah, Stephen re-signed.
Oh, I meant Ian, I think.
Yeah.
But how long Stephen re-signed for? 2. Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, wow.
You can keep him, GWS.
Yep.
Just kidding.
Send him back to West Perth, wherever he played. With that kick.
Which AFL players do you think you guys look like?
Oh, wow.
I've copped a few weird ones. Since I've been doing this channel, I get a new lookalike comment
Really?
all the time. I work with a guy who said I look like George Hewitt from Sydney.
Right, okay.
But there's been a few.
I've copped the Lacroix one before. I think that's a
Oh,
bit
I said that
generous.
about you.
Generous to me, but yeah, I've copped that from a few different people.
You do look a bit like LaCroix, I reckon.
I think it's just anyone with blonde hair. It's like, you look like Mark Lacroix.
Nah. It's the shape of the face too.
What about Bush?
I can't think of one for me.
No, if Post Malone played football, maybe, but
I was thinking John Longmire.
Oh,
from the waist down. That's how he got the name Horse.
oh I'll cop that.
You'd cop John Longmire.
No, I'd cop
Anyway.
that being my nickname for that reason.
Yeah, right. I don't think I look like him at all, but when I was younger and had shaggier hair, Will's dad, not you, but the other Will would say, I look like Trent Cotchin. Which I don't really see that much.
Yeah, no, I don't see that one. You do look a bit like Mark Philippoussis, though.
Yeah, I've copped that because I used to have long, slick back hair, and that's...
And your record as a tennis player, I've seen.
Yeah, well,
And
thank
you are
you.
Greek.
Yeah, I'm not Greek, but I do get
I thought
asked
he was
that.
German in that video.
True.
I've been asked. Seamless segue. So 50 seconds on top. On the clock.
If you're not German, what's the uniform for then?
Oh, please. Oh, God.
I'm calling a miss here.
Backyard Charizard says, you look more like Joel Bowden.
Joel Bowden.
Yeah. Tom Hickey for Bush. Oh, shit, that's a good call. You do kind of look like Tom Hickey.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, pretty decent effort. Yeah, you do look
Yeah, fair.
same haircut.
I can't argue with it. Fair.
Yeah, keep the lookalikes coming, actually. Interesting. What are we looking at here? Oh, no, those are all the lookalike calls. I've copped Tim Kelly before. No, not really.
People do say I look like my brother, but
Oh, your brother?
yeah, don't really believe him.
Jesse Joyce? Not really. 4 seconds to go. So GWS have actually dominated time in forward half. 61 to 39% it was.
Yeah, good start from GWS. Probably want to have a little bit more scoreboard impact though.
Now, has Davis...
Yeah, you want to capitalise more, that's for sure.
Has Davis actually come back on?
No, but he's looking like he might.
Well, Darcy Moore and Jesse with the same music taste.
Like a young Marcus Adams, says the Rosie Beam. But he's joking. Ooh, a bit of Tame Impala. Not bad.
It's not the only thing you and Darcy Moore have in common.
Just going to let that go to the keeper. That's a shocking goal. That was pretty good.
Could have meant anything.
I couldn't. That could have been
Same clothing taste.
Intercepting defence. So inside 50s is 16 to 8 to the Giants, but their efficiency is 58%, which is porridge. But it's not really a game for like precise ball movement, is it?
No. Finals never are.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have a look. There's gonna be some. Where's the interchange? So Phil Davis, yeah, he hasn't come back on. Shit, that's significant.
He was getting a rub down on the bench. He didn't look too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't related to his injury though. Backyard Charizard says you look like a homeless James Franco.
Who's he talking to? You or me?
No, Busher.
Or Busher?
yeah, he said Busher.
Oh boy,
Hey, James Franco is a fucking stud.
Yeah.
I'd take
Franco's
a
a
homeless
rooster,
James
yeah,
Franco.
fuck
Pineapple Express, he basically looks homeless, and
Yeah.
he's still good looking.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
You're not actually James Franco. You're
I'm Dave
He's,
Franco.
he's stoked with that. Look at the smile.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Those big, beautiful blue eyes.
I'm Dave Franco.
Yeah. From the waist down.
Dong Franco from the waist down.
Luke says, where will Tim Kelly be next year? So, yeah, I think West Coast.
I think Geelong.
Really?
Yeah.
I personally, I don't know. Like, it sounds like the family pool was pretty strong. I think it's this miss that wants to go home.
Yeah.
We said all this 12 months ago.
I've heard
Don't
people
forget.
that know his
But
rallies
he's
but
contracted.
reckon he's probably still leaning
Yeah.
towards back.
Yeah.
He was contracted 12 months ago and he tried to leave, though.
Yeah. No, I think he'll be at Geelong.
I found out something interesting the other day. Actually, someone I used to play basketball with, I thought it was his cousin, but it was actually his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tim Kelly's brother.
Yeah. I thought it was his cousin, but it turns out it's actually his brother.
Oh, wow.
Why do you think it was his cousin?
Because there was a whole bunch of the relatives that were all cousin. They were all related to each other. I wasn't sure exactly
Just
how.
be careful.
Yeah, they were all related. They all had the same Kelly last name. There was the two brothers. And, yeah.
There's a gaggle of them. Jordan Johnson, welcome, mate. Welcome to the stream.
G'day.
What's with Daniel and being short? Caleb Daniel, Brett Daniels, Daniel Rioli.
Daniel
True.
Busher.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, he's tiny.
What about Daniel Gorringe? He was a ruckman.
True.
God, do you like Daniel Gorringe? I think he annoys me so much, hey?
He definitely seems like there's
I've
just
heard some
a
interesting
screw a
things
bit
about
loose
him.
in his head. Eh?
He's so weird, eh?
Yeah, I've heard a few tales about him.
Wait, we should probably tone it down in case I get him on the podcast one day. That's not going to happen.
No, I don't have a problem with him. But
Source to G-Dubs.
Nah, I just
I don't
think
mind that. That's not
sense
bad
of
call.
humour is so weird.
Luke McMahon said Jesse.
Hey, mate. Sam Jacobs is at GWS next year. That's a good
Yeah.
shout, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's what I just said, mate. If you were
Oh, nobody
not
was
fantasizing.
What?
I don't know. You're fucking in your own fucking world, I don't know.
Jesus.
Stop focusing on the live stream and
Yeah. If GWS make a grand final, it'll be the worst ever. Well, I mean, we have seen pretty bad ones in recent years.
Anyone else for a refreshing beverage from the fridge?
Can you grab my water bottle, please, man? Just any of the Cool Ridges.
no thanks, Bush.
You good, Joyce?
Yeah, all good. Thanks, mate.
A few people have jumped on. I Stop Pop. That's an interesting name. Who do you go for?
Jesse?
Hey?
Is it near the pomegranate?
So I stopped pop.
Yeah, it's any of the cool ridges.
I'm a Fremantle fan. Jesse's a West Coast fan, and Busher is a Dockers fan as well.
Yeah. Busher looks like a teacher.
I'm thinking of going and doing my teaching next year, actually.
It's actually ironic because legally he's not allowed to a school, so... Jesus, Busher. At least your personality's coming out on the live show.
Yeah.
Right.
You're definitely embracing the homeless James Franco.
The Busher you see on the podcast is actually him on his absolute
very tame
peak performance.
I do, me, on a regular basis.
Oh, gross.
And then I also act like myself.
Oh, God. Will Hazza says, hey, boys, welcome. Stop bullying Busher. Oh, $2.99 donation from Will Hazza.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Well done. Thanks, mate.
Jesse can cop the 99
Legend.
cents, man. Joycey will cop a full $1 each. I think it's only fair. We're carrying him so far this stream.
You realise it's all, like, the same.
Yeah, I know. I'm being a smart ass.
No, did you realise it's the same?
No, $2.99 doesn't divide evenly into three.
Yeah. Thank you, Will Hazza. That's very kind.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
That's our
Appreciate it,
first
mate.
ever donation, so good on you.
Hey.
Brock has come through with some of those stats. So, yeah. So, have you guys seen this? So, in 1910, Collingwood won the grand final and they lost in 1911. And that happened in 2010 and 2011.
Yeah.
And then 1918... In 1918, they lost the grand final by 5. 2018, they lost the grand final by 5.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, they beat Richmond in the grand final. Sorry, in 1919, they beat Richmond in the grand final. And in 2019, obviously, they're going to possibly play Richmond in the grand final. So.
The bus looks like Steve Adams from the NBA. Who's Steve Adams?
Oh,
Busher?
mate, the big Kiwi fella, big
Oh, is
Stephen
he?
Adams, yeah. He's a bit of a grizzly man.
Backhand Charizard says, I look like Andre Agassi and Stephen Cornelio's love child.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad call.
Andre Agassi?
Yeah.
Let me Google him. I know, isn't he just a bald fella?
Yeah, that's why he needed the Stephen Coniglio part, probably. For the hair.
Yeah. Stephen Cornelio is that's a generous one. He's a good looking man. How do I look like Agassi at all? Oh.
Yeah, with the facial hair. Yeah.
Surely not.
The eyebrows.
That looks like Iniesta.
Again, it's the Greek in you.
I don't have any Greek. Not right now,
Not
anyway.
right. Later, though.
This is such an inappropriate live stream.
Aluminum and Jason Anus with the handball there.
Oh, they're on here. Oh, very lucky.
Himmelberg looks like Chris Hemsworth in Feist Love Child.
Yeah, that's not a bad call. Give us some more AFL lookalikes.
Yeah, AFL lookalikes. This is a good, discussion.
Yeah. I always thought Maynard looked like I said this earlier, the evil twin of Scott Pendlebury.
Yeah, he does. The evil nephew.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else is there? So I've always thought... I'll try and come up with a couple that I've thought of. Sam Newman and Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it without
Yeah,
pictures.
that's a good one.
Pie surging forward through Elliott. Oh, who's one out? Oh, is that Reed? Great contest there.
I've been told I look like Sam Mitchell with the personality of Toby Green.
You do vaguely reminisce, you vaguely,
Reminisce.
yeah, you've
I reminisce of Sam Mitchell.
you vaguely resemble him, but again, that might be more of the blonde kind of thing. I think you actually look a bit more like Lacroix. Maybe if Lacroix and Sam Mitchell made a child. Reece Cambridge, love your videos. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Cheers,
That's very
bro.
kind.
Thanks, buddy.
I noticed it.
Leon Cameron.
Leon Cameron. Josh Caddy looks like Hardwick.
Yeah, that's a
kinda,
good one. Yeah.
Josh Dacos and Ryan Gosling. Let me Google Josh. I know who Josh Dacos is, but I need to visualise his face.
I feel like that's a tad generous to Dacos.
Yeah, but when you say someone looks like somebody, it's not always like the
Yeah.
same quality, good looking. For instance, someone used to say... I used to get Taylor Lautner a lot when I was younger, but he's obviously like way more handsome than me. And I used to get Jim Carrey as the Grinch, and I like to think I'm a little bit better looking than Jim Carrey as the Grinch.
You're wrong.
No, but no, but I'm actually being serious about the Grinch. Like,
What you look like him?
Yeah, because like it's more because like I
Imagine if the Grinch was skin coloured. That's pretty much
yeah with the waist down.
You do actually looking at the screen.
No,
Looking at you on the screen. You do
I think it's
look
more
really
like my
gorgeous.
personality. I'm very expressive, like Jim Carrey, which I don't really do on the channel that much. But like, you know, when I do like silly phases and stuff like that.
That's your other channel. You're a bit more expressive.
Yeah, that's true.
Hopefully Giants can kick a goal here. Don't want to see...
Jesse looks like Chris Scott. That's bloody harsh. Chris Scott's annoying.
Looks nothing like Brad though.
Yeah.
Who's the best key position swingman? Just to throw an actual football question in there. That's a good question.
If they can go back and forward.
Shit.
Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
maybe,
a really
maybe
good
not
call.
the best one, but certainly probably will be the best
Maybe
one.
McGovern.
I don't think
McGovern's
he's
not that
actually
good a forward, though.
forward. Hey,
Yeah.
let's have a think.
Oh, good play. Come on.
Darcy Moore.
Yeah. None of these guys are actually genuinely good
Oh, well.
forwards.
Moore's not a bad forward.
Hurley.
Yeah.
Hurley, yeah.
Hurley
Hurley's a
and
good
Hooker.
call.
Hurley and Hooker both go back and forth.
I don't know if I see the Gosling Dacos one. I kind of get what you're on about, but
They're kind of the
Not so
schnoz
much.
and the jaw, I guess, maybe.
he kind of looks more like, is it Josh Peck? I don't know.
Who's Josh Pett?
The kid from Drake and Josh, which I never watched, but I'm vaguely aware of.
Never heard of it.
So what are we thinking of the game so far? Asked Reese. That's a good question that we probably should be talking about the game a bit more. I feel like 18
Phil
and 9.
Davis up forward. Speaking
there
of
you go.
swingmen.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, missed.
I think we think the scoreline maybe flatters Collingwood slightly. GWS have played fairly well. But obviously it's only 8 points.
But G-Dubs haven't been able to capitalise on what they
Yeah.
have done well. Phil Davis back on the field as well, I just noticed.
This is really looking like a maximum score of 50 sort of game so far.
For the loser at least, yeah.
So what you're saying is it's going to be anyone not named Steve Smith's maximum score or minus Labuschagne.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying no one in the Australian team can get over 50 except for
Yeah.
Labuschagne and Steve Smith.
Yeah. Man, Labuschagne, I can't believe how good that guy was.
Yeah.
I was very skeptical when they selected him.
Everyone was. We got to give him props.
Yeah, he's done a great job. Maybe I guess some people are more suited to playing in England. I think that's what it is.
Oh, he was pretty decent though when he came in Australia as well.
True, but I guess his shield
He
average
wasn't
was-
as good, but he performed like pretty well. He definitely wasn't the worst in the Aussie side.
That's true. I guess what I mean is like he's quite technically proficient, and then like, look at David Warner, how bad.
50, gotta be.
50.
Oh,
Is that Maynard? I think it was.
No, my check.
don't know how.
Oh, okay. Mycheck's a bloody good player.
Yeah, I like me some
Phil
Mycheck.
Davis back off the ground.
Harry Taylor, best swingman's a good shout. Hooker, yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
actually probably number
I
one.
did say
Hooker.
Hooker.
Oh, did you? You keep saying things I ignore. Hooker's probably the best one, actually.
Yeah, Hooker.
Shannon Hearn, Wayne Rooney lookalikes.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I reckon Shannon Hearn would have looked like 35 when he was about 12 years old.
Yeah, I think he did, to be honest. Guy on the left looks like a Walmart Justin Timberlake.
That's you. A what? A
A
Walmart?
Walmart, yeah, like,
What does that mean? A budget version?
yeah, but that is harsh. But then again,
It's Justin Timberlake.
Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake like makes a shitload of money. We do,
Makes a shitload of money. That doesn't mean anything to me.
yeah, no, but it's like the way like you dress and present yourself. No one's
Yeah.
gonna look like bloody
Bogan
Justin Timberlake.
version.
Yeah,
You did
I'm
say
all-
your quote was you were going the bogan sheepskin
Yeah.
look today.
I'm all about functionality with my dress wear.
Oh, shoulder. Phil, he's holding the shoulder.
Come on, Jezza.
Cat attack. Taylor just retired as well. Did he? I missed that.
Harry.
Yes.
Maybe. Must have happened in the aftermath last night.
Great goal, Jeremy Cameron.
Did Harry Taylor actually retire?
I think he might have. They were talking about it.
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me, but I just missed it.
Back on up to G-Town.
Great player. Great player, Harry
Absolutely.
Taylor.
Did this Geelong group blow its grand final chance, its last chance?
Possibly.
That was not a question
Yeah,
on here.
possibly.
Gablett's only getting older.
If Gary Ablett and Tim Kelly go, that's pretty big.
I agree.
Joel Selwood's only getting older. Same
Jack
as Tom
Stevens
Hawkins.
sounding pretty good to go in though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm-
Higgins just re-signed, which is good for North Melbourne. I like to see it when
Yeah.
I like it when bottom 8 teams have their like really good players re-sign.
Yeah, that's a good call. I like it.
That was a great kick from Jeremy Cameron.
I can't see anything on Harry Taylor retiring. So
might have just happened.
Yeah, people are freaking. A couple of people are like, please tell me that's not true. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's not announced anywhere I can see.
I feel like GWS are getting on top here a little bit.
And they've controlled the ball for a while. They just haven't been able to capitalise.
Oh, Cameron, gettable. Man, this will be a monumental effort if GWS win, considering their players out.
If they win, beating Brisbane and then Bulldogs, who are arguably the form team in the competition, just about.
Yeah.
Bulldogs, then Brisbane at home, and then Pies at home. That would be pretty.
Very significant wins, I agree.
Games like this shape football clubs.
Yeah. You know what would be shit though? GWS would have to wear their clash next week, which is shit. I hate clashes in a grand final. I hate when people wear teams wear clash jumpers in the grand final.
I'm putting it out there though. I think the AFL needs away jerseys. I don't think every club needs to have a second jersey that's reasonably different.
I think they do
to
though.
Their first jersey. Well, what have Collingwood got?
So when they're away, Collingwood are predominantly white with black stripes.
Yeah, but that's still
but
looks
now
like
black with
90% the same.
It kind of acts like a clash though.
If something's going to clash with black and white, it's going to clash with black and white.
No, because when they generally wear their away jumper, it's like predominantly white and white shorts. I think it's white enough.
Yeah,
personally,
I disagree.
But the problem
I'd like to see like an actual different colour for each team that they can wear, like Fremantle on West Coast. So Fremantle will have like an all white away jersey. Yeah. So you can distinctly tell the difference between their home and away. And West Coast, they're yellow, like either full yellow or full blue with like, little bits of writing and stuff. But
yeah. I don't know. I personally like to keep it traditional as much as possible for no real good reason. It's just taste.
Yeah.
But the whole Geelong Collingwood clash jumper thing would have been solved if Collingwood had worn black shorts and Geelong had worn white shorts, which I think looks better anyway on Geelong. It was just that Collingwood wore their home jumper with white shorts that made it weird.
So why did they do that?
I don't know. Well, Eddie Maguire was pissed about it.
Why would he be pissed about it?
So,
it's not their home game.
Correct. But, you didn't see when he went off about the handshake agreement?
No, I did vaguely, but I couldn't be bothered reading into something about a jumper clash.
It was a reference to him and, I can't remember who it was, like Brian Cook or some, like, I think Geelong CEO was like, Geelong would always wear white shorts against, which I think looks better anyway. I think Geelong look great with white shorts.
Also, who is like Eddie Maguire to decide?
Oh yeah, no way. I agree.
He can't just make a handshake deal with some dude.
I agree.
And expect it to stand. It's the AFL's decision.
Yeah, I agree. But in the end, I think it would have looked better the other way anyway.
Ooh. One
thing that really bothered me about Richmond's flag was they wore their yellow clash. It actually bothers me.
Is that? It almost looks like it's snowing.
It does, eh?
Yeah, it's bloody bucketing.
The four elites there: Deledio, Green, Caniglio, Sheridan.
Tommy Shares, the goat.
The goat sunglass maker in Australia.
Ricks, mate. Ricks.
Yeah. I saw on Big Footy a heap of people said Clarkson was a lock because there was a photo of him going around in Coogee with Rick Sunnies on.
Oh, there's an actual photo of it, is there?
What?
Rick Sunnies on.
Is there a photo?
Is there a photo of him in Coogee?
Apparently, yeah.
Fuck, I'd heard he was in Coogee.
My question is, and I've said this to you before, no disrespect to Fremantle, but I don't know why Clarkson would turn down a huge money opportunity at Carlton where he could stay in his home state and make a heap of money and have a new challenge and then subsequently accept a Fremantle offer.
You could say the same about Ross Lyon, though. He was a coaching free agent. He probably could have gone to another Melbourne team.
Yeah, but he became the highest paid coach by coming to us.
Yeah.
I reckon
but nobody had offered, as far as I'm aware, nobody had offered Lyon a massive deal to stay at a different club.
I think though it could be a bit of a Paul Roos Melbourne thing in that the coach takes it upon themselves as like a greater good for the AFL.
You could say that about Carlton too, though, couldn't you? At that time as well, they were talking about that was before T took them on that run.
How do you know he wasn't talking to them?
Carlton.
Yeah.
No, it was alleged that he was offered and he rejected it.
Yeah, right. I suppose, how do we know he rejected it? We don't. It's all really hearsay, isn't it?
I suppose. I think it was Ben Dixon. Yeah. I could be wrong on that, but I thought somebody actually reported he turned down a Carlton offer of like several million.
This game is really heating up. There could be...
Yeah, it's just picking up, that's for sure.
Could be a brawl.
Definitely a throw.
Come on, Bobby. Better than that. He's made a few skill errors.
Back out Charizard said, it looks like you're wearing a GWS hoodie.
It does.
Come on, Cameron. Oh, good play.
Soccer, big jizz.
Rosie Beam says, can we just take a moment to remember the Pies gave up 2 firsts for Trelaw? I don't know. I don't think he's that bad a player. I think
he's really good. Yeah. Didn't he win disposals in the league this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, that's all right.
He's worth it.
I think GWS would much rather have kept Trelaw than had 2 first-round draft picks.
Depends who they got with them, though. I don't know who they got with them.
True.
Because if they got, like, Matt Kennedy with it, he's obviously at a different club now. So that's a bit of a blow, but... Busher moved to the right a little. He's that way. No, but maybe you should come in the shot a little bit more.
Oh, mate, that was pretty comfy there. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so we are 1 point the difference in this prelim final, and GWS is surging deep. Is it 2-5 to 3 straight, or have Collingwood kicked 2-6? There's 3 straight, so it's only 3 scoring shots to 7.
Aluminum adjacent anus.
That's what Busher calls steel side bottom, aluminum adjacent anus.
Triple A.
Jack Higgins, I don't know. He said Richmond's drafting team is garbage because we got Griffiths over Cripps. No, it was actually Ben Lennon, I think, you took over Cripps.
Yeah, it was Lennon.
Because apparently the Eagles were considering Sheed or Lennon, and God, I'm glad we took Sheed.
But you were considering Akers or Sheed, I believe.
That was me, personally. Yeah, I don't know if the Eagles were considering it.
Great play, Haynes.
Akers, yeah. But I still stand by. I think Akers could be a good player if he went to a decent club.
Better than Sheed at this point, you reckon? He's still got that?
It's hard to argue that because Sheed's had a really good year.
Yeah.
But I would take Akers at West Coast in a heartbeat. I think we could turn him into a good player. Like a Redden level player.
I was going to say, I was going to suggest Redden, but I was going to be like, you've already got Redden, and he could be a Redden type of dude.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, I watching the Geelong West Coast game, I thought Redden and Maston were actually 2 of your better players
against Geelong.
Yeah,
fair enough.
It was you telling me that thing about Redden, the finals elevation thing, where his production goes up like 80% in finals compared to regular games.
Apparently, an AFL player ratings, which isn't like perfect, but still 80% is almost double your normal performance. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Saving himself for the big time of year, or just a coincidence?
He's played enough finals, I think, for it to not necessarily be a coincidence. I think he's just a big game player.
It's probably the fact in big games people go to the other names before you'd go to Redden necessarily. Yeah, he probably gets more of a off the chain.
Oh, I'm loving Cameron's game at the moment.
Crashing some packs.
He's crashing some packs, laying some big tackles and bumps. Collingwood got a good breakout here. Who gets up from here, boys? Come on. All right, Busher.
Oh, it's a good call. I feel like
I'm saying GWS.
I'm going to go the fairy tale.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Collingwood will steady and win, but you do feel like GWS have probably been the better team so far. Oh, here we go.
Oh! How could you miss that?
Is that Callum Moore?
Yeah,
Callum Brown.
It is.
Callum Brown, sorry.
Callum Ward plays for the other team and he's not actually playing at the moment.
G'day, Roger. He's home. He's had a haircut. How short did you go?
Very short. Bush has had a haircut as well, I think. Have you?
Not too
Since last time I saw you.
Not too long ago, but yeah.
Also, shout out to Dave, who's doing some moderation for us, mate. Well done.
Cheers, Dave.
We love Callum Brown. We love Callum Brown. That's a young kink or something.
Backyard Charizard, GWS tall defenders are elite. Totally agree with you.
Oh!
I think their small defenders are elite as well. I just think their whole back line is elite.
Yeah. Taylor Adams, another... When we were discussing earlier, Collingwood players to tag, Taylor Adams could be worth a shout in that conversation as well.
I think one of 3 ex-Giants for Collingwood. Hoskin Elliott's the third one between Treloar and Adams.
That's a good 3 to poach from G-Dubs.
Yeah.
Even Hoskin Elliott's a really handy player as a general forward.
Yeah, a bit of an X factor.
Oh,
great kick. Was that my check?
That's not a mark though.
No. Ooh.
And was that
could
a throw?
have been
A little bit borderline throw, that. Oh, so was that. Man, this is a great finals footy, eh? I actually love low-scoring contested games like this. As long as it's like not a shit game. Like you can have shit low-scoring games, but this is actually quite dour.
Love the delay after a big moment in the game, yeah.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of people jump on when Richmond beat West Coast and we live streamed that. Somebody actually commented, I just came in to see Jesse react to the loss. Hey, if it gets me views, that's fine. The reaction to the Lincoln McCarthy mark was funny as well. Because that was our first live stream, that one.
Oh, Treloar's just been decked by Tomlinson.
It's Cornelio.
I'd love to know what Pendlebury's numbers are with De Boer on him. I might just have a quick look.
Yeah, run some stats by us.
Let's have a look. How hot is this footy? This is great finals footy right now.
I wonder if we're going to have a wet grand final next week.
So Pendlebury's had 8 disposals.
Wow, that's not much.
The boy's doing his job.
I'm going to look at the weather for next week, grand final.
Leading disposal getter on the ground is Nick Haynes.
Oh, really? Didn't notice that much.
I've noticed.
Oh, great mark. That was a mark by sure, surely. G'day, Cooper. Thanks, mate. We love you too.
Harry Perryman also actually having a decent game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 13 disposals, 7 kicks, 6 contested.
Steve-O. Okay, fairly good weather for the next week in Melbourne, but, you know, we can't trust a week-long forecast for Melbourne, that's for sure.
My check, no disposals as of yet, so they're really, really holding the Collingwood forwards well. Pendlebury, though.
Pendlebury from the pack, what a goal. Such a champion player.
Classic Pendlebury.
Such a Pendlebury. That is a classic Pendlebury move. Like when nobody else appears to have time or like composure, Pendlebury will just snap it as though it's dry.
They say you got that from basketball background. It's more about lateral movement. Am I right, Busher?
Absolutely, yeah.
Decision making. Hamish is asking who Dave is. Dave is a moderator from Discord, hence why he's a trusted man and a good friend of the channel.
The goal just happened.
Backyard Charizard read my mind. He says, this type of hard contested wet weather footy plays into Richmond's hands next week. I agree. Will be a taxing one. Yep. I think it might be... Well, I have no idea what the weather will be like next week in Melbourne, but if it's wet again... Oh, that is touched off the boot.
That is touched, yeah.
That is massively touched off the boot. Just to add some drama.
How can did they call it a goal straight away, or was that reviewed?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's a review going on right now.
Yeah.
It's going to be called back, surely.
Yeah, I think, no doubt that's a touch ball.
Looks like all the Collingwood players getting into De Boer big time. You know what? People are going to be unhappy about that, but it's better off that they get it right, I feel like, and pull it back, even if it does take a few minutes to fix.
I agree. Cooper's asking if I go for West Coast. I do, and these two boys go for Freo. A rose between two thorns, you might say. What do you think about review systems? Not necessarily just in footy, But I think it's an even better debate in like soccer for VAR and cricket. The argument against it is that it takes away the moment.
Yeah.
So I think in cricket, I've always thought this, and soccer to the same extent we're seeing it, like you take a wicket, it's an LBW, or you kick in a dramatic goal in soccer, and you don't know if you can celebrate because there's always a chance it's going to get reviewed.
Look, I do agree, but at the same time, I think it's more important that the right decision gets made. What about you, Busher?
Absolutely.
What are you laughing at?
You have no idea what we're talking about, do you?
No, and you don't have an idea what I'm laughing about, so...
He's just put in a... I heard a rumour that Rewalt is riding a horse at the MCG for the grand final and Jess is going to help... He's so immature.
I heard that rumour as well, actually. So whoever you are, Busher T.
VR does ruin the moment, but it goes both ways.
Yeah, they're real momentum killers.
Yeah.
Brody Allen says, boys, John Hawthorne. More success at our clubs.
Nah.
Yeah, nah.
You don't want too much success.
I get that with the
I
other
agree.
sporting teams I support. I have the luxury of supporting successful teams in other sports, so I can handle Fremantle's downswings a bit better.
West Coast have a good balance, I think, between like success and like mediocrity.
The way I
Yeah, they have
justify-
great players like Gaff and Shuey, and then mediocre players like Daniel Venables.
The way I justify it to myself is like, I feel like when eventually the grand final victory... Oh, what a kick.
Key turnover here. And Hoskin Elliott against his old club. Well defended by Shaw, though.
Haynes.
Oh, man. Why? Yeah, Sam Shaw, he was a Gold Coast, wasn't he? Long blonde hair.
There's Have Shaw.
I was actually thinking Sam Shaw, but yeah, I've always called him Sam Shaw in my head. No, it's Nick Haynes, yeah.
Sausage versus Grundy in the ruck.
So, I've seen that video. So,
I love that video.
what have you, what were you saying, Joyce?
I was just saying, when the grand final victory does one day come, I feel like it'll be
For
be amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful.
Yeah, so for me, as a West Coast fan, I supported West Coast for 5 years while they were mediocre when I started following them in 02, came 8th. And so then by the time...
mediocre, still made finals.
Yeah, but that's middle of the pack.
Mate. Still made finals.
Yeah, it's still mediocre. That's literally the definition of mediocre. Middle of the league. Anyway, the point being was they weren't dominant. They were still a bit of an underdog. And then they came good in 06 and won the flag. And that was, like, I got to journey that. And then I saw the rebuild. And then 12 years later, I saw the Eagles win the flag. And that was...
You saw more of the development, like the club go from nothing to a flag, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, obviously there's doubt when you're at the bottom of the ladder where your team's ever going to get back up again. So that's a good balance versus maybe... I'm sure Hawthorn fans didn't celebrate 2015 as hard as they did 08.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's so... I forgot what I was going to say.
Even I draw it into basketball, it's the same as because I was a Golden State fan back when they sucked and had Monte Ellis before like they became the Golden State Warriors everyone hates because they were so good.
Yeah.
But even the championship we won before we signed Kevin Durant, that meant so much more than like the ones afterwards.
At the end of the
Like
day...
you get used to being there every year, the novelty wears off.
At the end of the day, a premiership before you're born pretty much means nothing. It's just like a bragging thing that you can use over other people.
That's me, Carlton supporting mate who defected from Fremantle to Carlton. He's like, yeah, Carlton won heaps. Like, what have you done lately, mate?
Yeah, exactly.
2/5 of fuck all.
Doesn't mean anything.
Carlton supporters will love me for that quote. What have you done lately? 2/5 of fuck all.
Yeah, they won in 95, right? I think it was the last time.
Mate, I was barely born in 95. I was about a month old.
Still barely born.
Mentally.
Yeah, I can't claim 92 as I was born in 93, but G94 was special.
GWS just can't get like boot.
Here we go. Oh,
I
this
should have
is
marked that.
hectic game. I hope it's like this for 4 quarters, to be honest.
I feel like
Hopefully they have the energy to keep it up.
Heath Shaw. Oh, you gun. You
turned
gun.
on a dime piece. Giants go deep with a minute on the clock, and it's ball up at the top of the goal square. Yeah, the flag we won when I was 1 means so much more. Is that 2000, Dave? I actually don't know how old you are.
Well, I thought it's a Mundy guy after the siren. Mundy is an absolute goat. I love that man.
Who does Dave support?
Essendon.
Essendon, yeah.
Keith is a former Collingwood player, and there's a few. And obviously, he's sure for Collingwood.
Collingwood, GWS, a lot of long bombs here, not really hitting anyone up, and it's playing right into Collingwood's arms. Still 37 seconds, so plenty of time to kick a score.
Dave, 93. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I was going to say, I thought you were older than, 17. You seem older than 17. But it's hard to tell with Discord how young or old some people are when I'm talking to them. Sometimes you can tell. But then there's this other guy, I won't name him, but, there's a guy on Discord I thought sounds like he's, 30, but then I realised he followed me on Insta and he's, 16. I was like, wow.
Just mature.
Very mature, yeah.
Much like our Bushman here.
Yeah. No, he looks 30, is 16. Oh, this is a hot footy right at the top of the goal square.
Adam's another ex-GWSer.
Another big finals player. Oh, what happened there? I thought it was somebody.
It was a shepherd.
I thought it was a slide tackle. Just out of the corner of my eye.
That's it for the half.
That'll be it.
Kick a goal for your old team's sake, Will Hoskin.
Hamish Brayshaw says, what's going to be the big headline for the 2020 season? Eagles repeat 92-94 heroics to win 2 flags in 3 years.
Willie Rioli done for 4 years.
Andy Brayshaw gets his revenge on
Gav.
Jesus, that's a bit dark.
I like it. Love to see Andy's just start swinging for the fences, mate.
Cooper says, so you watched the West Coast final against Port in 2017, sure. Yeah, that was a funny game.
That devastated me. So I was watching it with a few people that tend to be the annoying end of the Eagles fan scale.
Yeah.
And they were carrying on like pork chops, and I was just sitting there going, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I never actually said what I think of VAR. I actually think I almost prefer it without it, but I understand your point about fairness. I just think it kind of takes away from the moment, especially in cricket.
Would you like a team to win the grand final? Well, not like, but would you accept a team wins the grand final off a touched goal?
Yeah.
When it could be reviewed and changed within 30 seconds?
See, I think I'm more thinking of soccer VAR and cricket maybe more so than AFL. The AFL seems to get it done pretty quickly. I didn't really like the old system, which was score completed, a score review completed, inconclusive, goal umpire's decision. That fucking happened that much. It was just useless having it.
Yeah.
It was just everything was just inconclusive.
Who are you, Bane?
Yeah. Perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
Victory has defeated you.
It'll be very painful for you. Right, that's enough.
I was thinking of more of it.
Oh, the Waffle Grand Final's on right now. What's the score, Brody? Update us on the Waffle Grand Final. I find the Waffle a little bit boring because Subiaco is so far better than the rest. I'm a big Perth Demons fan, and we've just missed out on finals 2 years in a row. After 20 years in the bottom 2 or whatever. So that hurt. Will North Melbourne make finals next year?
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. But no, they'll be in the hunt.
Dragon Ball Z.
Every time I watch Chase TV, at the end of it, they'll be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I think North can make the finals. If you're asking me to actually order it, I probably would have them just missing, but I think their list is... Yeah, I think they're in the hunt. I think they can be good enough. They've got a good forward line, a good back line. Well, actually, they have a good forward in Ben Brown and maybe, some other good smalls. Like Zerha's up there, Simpkin playing a bit in the midfield now. But their back line, I guess their bookends are strong and their midfield's decent. I think Polek is actually a good player. I don't know if they're linked to anyone to sign them, it's a bit hard for North Melbourne. They're not really...
To be fair, they get linked to a lot of people and they never actually sign them.
They chase hard, don't they, for these players, but never actually get them.
They back up the dump truck full of money, that's for sure, the old North Melbourne.
Yeah. That's what they have to do, unfortunately. That's the disadvantage they have. North Melbourne being a small Victorian club, they have to pay that much more to recruit players. Will Swans get the wooden spoon next year? I think not. With Buddy Franklin in the team, he's that influential just himself that he'll avoid the spoon single-handedly.
Speaking of the Swans, their actual most influential forward ever was on the last ad. Fitzy.
Warwick Kappa.
Yeah, I think they've had a few. They had Lockett, they had Warwick Kappa, Barry Hall, O'Loughlin, some good forwards there.
Yeah, I was definitely joking when I threw it.
No, I'll hold you to it.
Could be about to get another one as well.
Yeah, that's true. Danaher is linked to the Swans, and that sounds like he's taking it seriously, which is weird.
But it also, I was reading something about that the other day. It sounds like it's a bit of a Mexican standoff because Danaher doesn't want to be the one asking to go out. Essendon don't necessarily want to be the club trading out a favourite son, and the Swans
Why is it Mexican?
Yeah, is it
because the Mexican mustache? It's the cliche Mexican standoff where you're at the
What
bloody...
is a Mexican standoff?
It's like where they're about to shoot each other.
And they're both Mexican.
Yes. Or in the Wild West, one of them might be Mexican, one of them might be a cowboy or something. I don't know.
What if they're both cowboys? Is it still a Mexican?
This doesn't make
What
any
if it's in Mexico?
What if it's in Australia?
Oh, I was going to say something. I could have got in trouble then.
How many secret beers have you had?
I've been very covert, haven't I?
No.
How many times have it actually come up on the screen of me drinking a beer, mate?
Stop saying it.
A few.
Yeah. Do you like North Melbourne's Clash Shopper? Is that that's the retro one, isn't it? Like their 90s one. Yeah, I think that looks nice.
Apparently the Waffle Grand Final's tomorrow and you're talking out your ass, Jesse.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I thought they played on a Sunday, but somebody just said, are you watching that? Maybe you meant, are you going to watch it tomorrow? Yeah, probably.
Cooper Hall. Barry Hall is my cousin.
Fuck yeah.
I thought you said you could take Barry Hall in a fight.
No, he's a Golden Glove boxer. I ain't fucking with
sexually.
Barry Hall.
Oh.
I ain't fucking with Barry Hall. He's a badass mofo.
Yeah. You would take Barry Hall. Oscar Allen is your second cousin, Brody Allen. That would make sense. His surname's Allen. Oscar Allen's a gun.
Yeah, I rate him and I'm a Dockers fan and I bloody rate that kid.
Yeah. Whoa, Nate Dogg. Danaher is my dad. You must be really young, Nate Dogg. How old are you? Maybe...
Who do you say?
Danaher. Joe Danaher is his dad.
So what's he doing? Are you going to play for Essendon one day or Sydney?
Yeah, let us know. Unless he means another Danaher, which is completely possible.
Yeah, there's a lot of Danahers going around, actually.
Yeah, they're a big footballing family, the Danahers. Who... Oh, this is an interesting hypothetical question at halftime. Who would you consider to be the royal family of football? Like...
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Probably the Danahers.
Yeah.
The Brayshaws, I feel, could be a shout, actually.
No.
His dad's the CEO of the Coaches Association. James Brayshaw used to run North Melbourne. All three kids are in the league.
Yeah, but none of the players...
None of them are like elite.
Yeah, none of them were good players.
What about like...
Angus was third in the Brownlow last year.
Yeah,
what about
that's
the
a stretch.
Ablets?
He's the best one.
Ablets.
Yeah, I was thinking Ablett.
Yeah,
My mind
yeah,
went
sure.
straight to Ablett because you got Luke Ablett, who was a Sydney Swans player.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's true. There is that relationship with all the... There's a group that's related, but the surname's different.
Matthew Pollock says, Elliot Yeo is my dad. Yeah, mate, I've seen your Instagram stories. He is your daddy.
So that makes you a quarter Asian, does it?
Yeah, true. My sister is Max Gorn.
Oh,
all
wow.
right, guys. All right, grow up.
I always thought Max Gorn was a dude.
Luke McMahon says, Alan looks like a great person too. I agree. He seems like a genuine nice guy.
Yeah, sweetheart from what
He
I've
looks like a nice person. Fair enough.
No, like obviously I'm in like his press conferences and I've watched that much like tape on him.
seen. Even the tapes he didn't intend to be released.
That's funny though. That's funny. He's happy with that one. He rates it.
Yeah. Thoughts on Rowell? I've heard good things. I haven't seen too much of him.
I must admit my draft knowledge is pretty weak at the moment because I haven't got into it, but he sounds like a gun.
Yeah.
He's pretty small.
I think he had 44 disposals, 2 goals, maybe today.
Today, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? The tack Grandy? Is that
Yeah,
this
it
year?
might have been.
Yeah, Oakley Chargers, I think.
Yeah.
Alex Shacky says, my dad is Jesse.
I would have believed if you said your dad was Josh Shacky.
That's your third kid. That lives apart
Come
from
on,
you
son.
anyway.
Get off the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a confirmation Gaz's sister married Tucky.
Roughhead, maybe an underdog family.
Are there more roughheads?
Jordan,
yeah, but
Jared.
that's two.
Jared, there must be.
I feel like you have to go multiple generations to
Yeah.
build this family. So who we got? We got Ablett, and we've got, I don't think the Brayshaws, but it's not the worst shout, the Danahers.
McLaughlin's.
Crackers.
Yeah, McLaughlin's.
The brother
they're the
commentator
off-field
that runs the
royalty.
CEO.
Rioli's.
Yeah, Rioli's. They're a good shout.
The Crackers are not bad.
Yeah.
They're not far behind.
Yeah.
The Sandpiece. No. We're appointed and his twin brother both play for the Eagles, if you believe the rumours. That I think Bush...
Matthew Pavlich and Paulich, his evil twin.
Paulich, yeah. The Hills, mate. The Hill boys. Nah.
Well, if... You got Josh Hill, who's, I believe, a cousin. And if Ian Hill becomes a good player, it's not the worst shout. But obviously, we're talking about the best families ever. Then it's hard to come
It's
past.
definitely not the Hills.
Yeah, the Danahers and the Abletts. I'm probably missing someone
The
obvious.
Abletts, arguably the two names in the GOAT conversation. So
Yeah. Did you know Michael Tucker's related to Gary Ablett? Yeah, that's what Joycey said. I feel like I'd probably heard it and forgotten it, but yeah.
yeah, I do remember there being a connection like that.
Yeah.
I think they're cousins.
And then there's more people that play AFL through that connection as well, I think.
And then Nathan Ablett, did he win a premiership? Like, he's not an amazing player, but...
He might have. He might have been
won a
in 07.
premiership.
Yeah, he might have been in 07.
Cameron Ling is a
09
sexy
as well.
ranger. He looks like the bloody paddle pop line.
Yeah, he's...
I love Lingy. I know
I love
you
him.
don't.
I
I
love him.
like him, yeah.
I think he's a wanker.
No, I love him.
He's got a bit of a surfer bra voice.
And he seems... I like that he's got no ego about him. He just seems to... He only wants to talk about the footy.
What I'll say to qualify my comment that I hate him is... I feel like he's a bloke. If you were at a barbecue with him, he'd probably be a nice guy. But I feel like his shitty, like, smart-ass comments throughout the whole coverage that he's so biased. He's one of the most biased I've seen, yeah.
I don't think he is that biased.
I think he's a wanker for that reason.
Nah, legend.
Nah. You're starting to sound like a real Cameron Ling.
What about Jackie Felgate? What do you think about her journalistic integrity?
Look, I like her. She'd be good at a barbecue. But
So biased. So biased. How
the smart-ass comments.
This Jack Graham fella is another guy that you can't believe is like 20 years old. He looks older than me. His facial hair is way more impressive than my own. I'm 25 years old, for God's sake.
Started getting my ultimate team up and going, so...
I'm going to start a FIFA career on the Jesse Thomas channel. So go check that out as a little shameless plug. I got another channel. Link in the... I don't think I put it in the description. Oh, well. Anyway.
YouTube account, Jesse Doggin Lingy.
Oh, I thought... Okay, I thought you said you should make a YouTube account called Jesse Dog and Lingy. And then my mind straight went like to like really graphic stuff.
Who won the Sandover this year?
It was Delahunty, I believe.
Apparently he's the teacher for Brodie Allen. He's his health teacher.
Yeah, right. Jesse, FIFA career with who? I haven't decided yet. I'm a Liverpool man, but I'm thinking Leeds United or Leicester City are also interesting teams to manage.
Burnley, mate. Burnley's where it's at.
Yeah.
We love you, Burnley. We do.
Liverpool just might be a little bit boring to manage just because they're so good. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll probably just win the league in my first season.
Oh, fucking hero. Win the league first year. Think so fucking good, mate. Do it then.
No, he could.
Fucking do it then. Come on.
On fucking All-Star mode or whatever the highest level is. On
All-Star mode?
Do it on the amateur level.
Yeah. Well, there are that many channels that do that. Play AFL Evo. Yeah, I actually do want to. I feel like... Not because I want to play the game, but I actually do want to make a career mode out of it. Like a video series, because I feel like you can make an interesting story with it. The best guy for doing like video, like career mode content is Twisty3. He's so good. He does like
Yeah.
like the cricket ones. Yeah, he
really
does like
good,
day
hey?
4 when the day 4 test.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, day 4 of the test is on. He does day 4 and stuff like that. He's said yes to coming on the podcast, so that will probably happen post season.
Awesome.
Richmond fan as well, so a bit to talk about if they win the flag.
It's Cameron Lee. Oh, you missed the red-headed kid from the other
Everyone just do that when they say Lil Ranger. Oh, that's Cameron Lee.
Yeah, exactly that.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Do you now?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Look after me, boys. Does anyone want a bread and butter roll? I'll pay you for one.
Sneaky.
Oh.
You got to host it.
Oh mate, apparently I'm running the show now. The comments will probably be a bit behind. I'm not sure if they're keeping up.
What are they saying, Bush?
I don't know. We've got Res Head, mate. I've got my contacts in. I can't see the screen that well, ironically. Richo is a crybaby when it comes to Richmond. Yeah, not wrong. Who we got winning this game? Heart saying G-Dubs, head saying Collingwood, I guess.
Yeah, I'm probably with you there.
Yeah.
I feel like Collingwood sort of have another level they could potentially go to.
Yeah, they've got that gear. Still, I think G-Dubs do, especially if they can get those 3 ends we were discussing earlier for the grand final.
I'd like to see GWS win, to be honest.
Anyone got a durry? We don't have any durries, unfortunately. Jesse might be sneaking a few out the back now while we're waiting, though.
What?
Durries. I'm saying you're sneaking a few durries, mate.
Demonetised.
Would we actually get demonetised for referencing durries in a bloody live stream?
That's a joke. I don't think the filter would be set up to even pick up the word durries.
It's too Aussie. I'll just use Aussie slang terms for things that the algorithm might pick up. Will be good.
No, it probably will pick up Roll Paris.
Up the Dockers, absolutely. Alex Shacky.
Yeah,
The other teams, I appreciate your gusto, but I can't quite support the sentiment as a Dockers fan, unfortunately.
Up the Suns.
Yeah, I'll back that in. I got to feel sorry for them. I'll give them some support.
Oh, it actually says up the Dons. I was just reading it from far away.
Oh, there is an Up the Suns as well, though. Up the Dons, yeah. Big whoosh. Transition. All that. Up the Swannies. Up the cost of living allowance.
Winston Abraham or Paul Medhurst, Busher?
Meddy. I'm a big Medhurst man. I didn't mind him back in the
day.
Yeah, he was a bloody good player when he's fired up.
I have memories of Medhurst kicking a winning goal in the derby. That broke my heart.
I think he kicked 10 against, was it Collingwood?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He's had some big monster games, old Meddy.
So much so that now he's night club in Freo after. Coincidentally, that's where we're going tonight.
Are we going to Freo now, are we? So I don't get my hopes up, mate. I can afford Freo better than I can afford the city.
A little bit of Kendrick Lamar.
King Kendrick. Do you dislike Ross Lyon?
Give us your best rant.
Oh.
Like Mike wants a rant. Come on, Bush.
I've got them all out of my system now that he's been put on his bike, but it's one of those ones now that he's actually gone. Looking back, you kind of feel a bit more positive now that he's actually gone. You look at you're not looking at the negatives as much now that so it's hard to shit on him as much, but I wasn't a fan of his overly defensive style.
YouTube account says Busher wears more makeup than my mum.
My skin's atrocious. I ain't wearing nothing.
No, he actually said Matthew Richardson. I was...
Oh. That'll go down well when the comments catch up with that one. Oh, it's Racy Shaw in the crowd watching his brother Heath. Heafy to North Melbourne. I've heard Heafy could be on the way out. Imagine that. Imagine getting coached by your brother. That'd be a bit awkward.
Yeah.
Favourite obscure Dockers player of all time? I wouldn't say he's obscure necessarily, but I do love the old Kepler Bradley, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's pretty obscure.
Yeah.
Joyce, do you remember like a ruckman Freo called Foster?
Foster.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
That's the dude I saw.
Right.
Huh.
Mine was probably James Walker. If you know who he is.
Bit young for me, I think Walker was.
James Walker.
There's no such thing as
Dion Woods as well. Dion Woods.
That name's familiar, but I don't think he really played when I was...
Robbie Hadrill.
Hadrill, I remember him a bit.
Yeah.
I think I got him on tail end, old Robbie Hadrill.
Hadrill was a perfect team.
When I was a kid, Peter Bell, though, was always my favourite.
Yeah, I love Belly. Hazelby is another one I love, but that's because I'm distantly related, I think. Fourth cousin or some barely counts. But you claim it, but it doesn't really count. Yeah. It's technicality.
Brisline Gooner says who's going to be the Dockers' next coach. I'm going to say Longmuir.
Hopefully. I hope it's Longmuir. Or hopefully all these people talking up Alistair Clarkson and Port Coogee aren't talking out their asses. I'd definitely cop that, but a realistic one at this stage, I'd love Longmuir.
Don't know, part of me would like a fresh perspective.
Yeah. I'd like a fresh perspective or Clarko's perspective. I wouldn't hire any other coach other than Clarko. You
can't really go past Clarkson's CV in terms of developing players and stuff. But
I'm with you with the fresh perspective if they were going to hire a former coach other than Clarkson. If it was anyone other than... Yeah, Longmuir's fresh. That's what I said. Other than... Longmuir's my preference, like realistic preference, but if the Clarkson rumours aren't complete bullshit, I'd be happy with that. Oh, the moon's out, boys. A bit early. Oh, second half beginning. Zachy Williams with the clearance. Joyce, you giggling like a schoolgirl?
I want to hear some commentary, Bush.
All right, I'll give a bit of play-by-play for a minute or two, see how we go.
Please don't.
I'll do what I bloody want, Jesse. Shut your whole mouth.
I'll leave you for 2 minutes.
It's chaos.
I'll leave you for 2 minutes. We've lost 50 viewers.
Have we actually?
No.
I was going to say, don't tell me I drove that many off. I'd be devastated.
They're coming in for you, Busher.
Just open up a video of Fremantle and Nuffy ranting about the new coach. Yeah, as a Brisbane fan, former players never work well, lol, says Brisline Goon. I think he's referring to Voss. But I think they just took Voss before he was an assistant. Because he signed with the Eagles as an assistant, if I remember correctly. And then I think Matthews stood down that same off-season. And then Brisbane were like, oh, can we have him? And then West Coast were like, yeah, go on. Oh!
Who knows that person who talks about soccer on AFL videos?
Who's knows?
Question mark.
I don't know who they're referring to.
No,
we do it a tiny bit, but not very much.
Anyone for a froth?
Oh, I'm probably too central. I'm good, thanks.
Joycey?
Nah, all good, thanks, mate.
What is this Minecraft thing, eh? Like...
It's like some building game where you build shit.
Oh, no, sorry, I do know what Minecraft is, but, like, all my friends who I work with are, like, my age. Literally, that's all they talk about. It's a new thing they're all into. I know Minecraft's old, but it's just like a new trend among people my age. Please stop saying Minecraft.
Minecraft's like a bloody cross between... it's like a building half a Fortnite.
Most iconic bad player, probably Mason Cox. Do you reckon? Who's the most iconic bad player? Probably Mason Cox in terms of popularity.
Zach Clark.
Yeah. For Fremantle, probably.
Big pinger Lord Clark.
How many beers have you had?
Couple.
At least that probably won't catch up.
Pendlebury on the bike. Hopefully he's fit. Got the jacket on though.
Keep him warm on a rainy day, mate. No stress.
Good mark. Why would you play on there?
Yeah. Oh! Kelly
has
gets...
to be a kick. Am I the only person that thinks Adam Treloar is a little bit of a flog?
What's that based on?
I don't know, just some interviews and stuff.
Bit of a vibe.
Seeing him on 360.
Yeah, okay. I've never got that impression from him.
Fair enough.
I know he suffers from like anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I kind of sympathise about.
Yeah.
Because that would be a bugger of a thing.
No, that is really good of him to talk about that.
Yeah.
I think Nick Haynes actually said something similar this morning.
Really?
Yeah. Said he quit football as a teenager.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, what a lost talent that would have been.
Oh, both of those two, yeah.
True, yeah. Drop a diss track on Caden McDonald. Nah, I don't know. That would be... I'm sure it would get... Well, I don't even know. Can you imagine if it didn't get views? It would just be the shittest thing ever. Nah, I do kind of want to get into the AFL parody game. Joycey here is a talented musician. and I can hear him smiling shyly. But no, he's actually a bit of a gun. So I'm gonna try and get him to help me whip up a parody song because I do want to get into it. I've actually written a draft for one. But yeah, no, I don't think I'll hit a diss track or anything.
Should do a diss track to Luke Darcy.
No, Cameron Ling.
Bobby Hill.
No.
Come on, mate.
Just kidding.
Oh, good play. Oh,
how
good.
Daniels.
What a goal.
Huge goal. He loves a big goal, does he, Brent Daniels?
That's got to be the goal of the final series.
Well, I would say his other one was better, but he's probably 1 and 2.
Reckon?
Yeah, I thought
his
so.
other one was really good too, but that was pretty amazing.
Maybe I need to rewatch that highlight just then.
I think because of the camera angle.
Yeah. Kados wants it, boys. I don't think he wants a diss track. It would add a bit of spice to the UFO community, but no, I think I wouldn't be able to do a good enough job to...
Worked well for the side, man.
Jesse does more interpretive diss dancing than music. He does interpretive dance when he disses people.
Good goal.
Was the assist as much as anything though if it set that
The
goal
assist
up?
was good. I quite like Canelio. I know that you go, or you do too. Yeah, he's quite a likeable player. Man, I saw he and O'Meara had that pact to come back to the Eagles after like 2 years at their clubs. That would have been cool.
I'm sure you'd think it would have been cool.
I remember when
I wouldn't turn those two
when
down.
he was
That's
16, he played in the Waffle Grand Final that Andrew Cracker tore apart.
Yeah.
And I remember I went to school the next day. I was like, this kid is going to be so good one day.
Yeah. That was, a year before he was draft eligible.
Yeah.
That was considered one of the best Waffle Grand Finals of all time, that one.
Honestly, that game by Andrew Cracker, that's the best individual performance in a football game I've ever seen, AFL or state.
Yeah. He got 51 posies, and that was like 2010, where 51 posies was a really big deal. Now it's still a big deal, but not as much.
Well, that's like 51 disposals, like from, I don't know, like, who's like... a gun running. It's like Tim Kelly getting 51 disposals. It's not like Tom Mitchell getting 51 disposals.
Good call. I agree with that.
A player that actually does damage when they have the ball getting 51 touches.
Yeah.
GWS.
He's not like a pure accumulator.
Not a handball cheapies.
Oh, here we go. GWS on the march. He's kicked another one, Williams. Holy shit. Got a game on our hands. Cooper Hall, thoughts on Josh Kelly? Yes, I'm a big Josh Kelly fan. I think he could be a Brownlow Medal winner one day.
Absolute gun.
Very damaging.
Yeah, I agree. Could even be a Brownlow Medal winner this year.
This year? He hasn't played enough, I don't think.
Tim Kelly?
Nah, Josh Kelly.
Oh, Josh Kelly, sorry. He's very good too.
This is huge. This would be a huge result for the Giants.
Yeah.
Again, not confident about their hopes next week, but it would be nice to see a new team.
I believe they're taking up to Collingwood, Brisbane at the Gabba.
Yeah.
If they can do it, if they
can
do that, I think
earlier,
they could be competitive at least.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of time in this game. Who would have thought it'd be 20 to 30?
9 of the last 10 inside 50s GWS.
Calm the
Collingwood
Pies.
are about to get one.
Calm the Pies.
Overcooked that kick.
The GWS backline is so good. Dropping the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Aluminum with Jason Anus turning it over there.
290 Supercoach points for cracking the waffle. GF says Adelaide Crows are the best.
go.
Man, Adelaide Crows are the best. I said this before. You're a bit of a footy guru, I reckon. A lot of good knowledge you've supplied in a few live streams we've done here.
What do you think Adelaide Crows are the best? Where do you think Adelaide will finish this year? Bit of a tough one for me to call. Could easily see them, being 13th.
Off
14th.
season's a big factor for them, I feel.
But I still feel like they have a lot of talent.
Yeah, I agree with what Bush said about the off season being really important. Like if they have a mass exodus, then be very confident in them dropping down the ladder. But if they retain their good players, because if at the moment if they only lose Betts, Jacobs, and a few other fringe players, and they get a good few draft picks in, then you think, okay, that's actually fairly successful. But if there's talk about Laird, a Crouch brother, Brodie Smith leaving, that would really concern me.
Do you think they should give it one more crack before they look at rolling over the list?
I really like the model of getting the young players in while you still have a decent side. I know that might sound counterintuitive because you either go all in on either way, but I think there's, like, following the West Coast model, the Port model, the Geelong model now, they're stockpiling young talent while they're a half-decent side. Now, if Adelaide can achieve that and be a middle-range team, but then get in their own version of, like, a Dersma, Rosie, and Butters, you know, like Port did, and still be, like, around the mark, then I think that would be a success for them. Yeah. Do I think they should load up for a tilt at the flag next year? Probably not. I would set my sights lower. What do you think?
I don't know. That's what I say. It's so hard with Adelaide.
Yeah.
I feel like their top sort of 6-7 is like very, very good. Like, it's as good as most other teams.
Yeah. They do have some decent young talent they've got in. Like, Fogarty is a good potential, like, forward. I think he's limited in the sense that he'll only ever be a forward. Like, there was talk he's going to be this power midfielder one day. I don't see it that way, but I can see him being like a good lead-up forward.
I think
like a Jack Darling kind
I think
of player.
He actually has to get a bit more mobile. Fogarty is very,
He's thick with
he's
two C's.
more of like a traditional golf player forward.
Yeah, he's kind of like a forward from a bygone era.
He's like a Fraser Gehrig, Tony Lockett.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Thick.
Oh, good play.
Oh, yes, here we go. Another goal for the Giants, and they are getting, I wouldn't say burying him, but like, this is a big lead in the context of this game. 16 points, almost double their score. But it is only 3 goals.
Yeah.
Dan Christian is Australia's 5th best player. I've just randomly looked back at the chat and seen that.
He was advocating for him for the test side. I've been reading the comments.
Dan Christian.
I've never really rated him that much.
No, me neither.
I like him in Big Bash, but I haven't seen enough in that format to...
He's an all-rounder, right?
Yeah. He's a good bowler.
I've been a big, who's the guy that plays for Scorchers again? Starts with A. Ashton Turner. For a long time.
Yeah,
love to get
good.
him in the test side.
He should be good enough. He's good enough to play for Australia, especially certainly in one days.
Certainly short form, definitely.
Okay, boys. This point in the game, are the Giants or Pies playing to the level of either the Cats or the Pies last night? It's hard because this game's different. It's a scrap. Yeah. It's a fair question. You'd have to say no, they don't look polished. Like, I thought the first half of yesterday was really peak performance from both sides.
Yeah.
Well, more so Geelong in the first half. It kind of descended in the second half with a few mistakes, as you'd expect. This game, it's different. Neither side's really been able to play free-flowing football because of the conditions. But, I mean, I think Richmond and Geelong are probably the 2 best teams from this year if you look at it retrospectively.
It only really takes one team to make a scrap, though, doesn't it? So I feel like...
Look at every Gold Coast game this year. They kept all their games close to scrappy.
I feel like next week, you know, GWS could try and bring Tigers down to their level.
I would love GWS to win the flag, but Oh, here we go. 50-metre penalty. Who is that? Is that Stevenson?
Oh, that's
Noble, I think.
Oh, I was going to say.
That's very light, to be honest.
Yeah.
The mid-season draft guy.
Ah, yeah. John Noble, South Australian guy. Yeah. Good call. Boys, help! My mum is going off her head. This is Riley Burke, Pies fan. I can sympathise. This would be tough.
Mum.
This would be tough to watch if you're like a Pies fan.
Is she a Collingwood fan?
Yeah.
Oh, thought he might have been in trouble.
No, she's just had a few red wines. He might have been in trouble. Yeah. Last week, Eagles and Geelong. I was swearing my head off because we were losing at one point, and then somebody wrote, "Can you stop swearing? My mum's listening." I was like, "Oh, sorry, Jaden's mum."
Can't believe that was free. Good thing he kicked a point.
Yeah, you would feel tense right now if you're a Pies fan because you think this is a great opportunity to go back-to-back grand finals against the travelling team with a couple of best players out.
I feel like there's always a bit more pressure as well when you lose the grand final the next year because you really feel the heat to win. Yeah. If Collingwood don't make the grandy here, I mean, most of their good players are going to go around again, but you know, that probably that element will come in. Are we good enough to actually get there?
That's blatant kicking a day, that one.
And the thing is, you don't know what's going to happen next year. When you've got your opportunities, you've got to make them
Yeah,
count.
well, that's true as well. Who knows? Could have a couple of big injuries and then...
Dane Beams might want to go back to Brizzy, change his mind again.
Surely not.
Yeah.
Phil Davis, full forward, still. Interesting.
He must be sore.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think. What players will change positions in 2020? Oh, that's interesting. That's so hard to call, hey. So Zach Williams, I think, I was going to say could play mid, but then again, GWS's midfield is stacked.
Connor Blakely.
Yeah, I thought that for more midfield time.
Oscar Allen can go back to replace Tom Barras. No, that's a joke. I mean, he's capable, but that was a joke.
Or was it?
No. I won't
In
get
the
into
back,
that.
surely.
Finlayson in the ruck.
I'd like to see that again.
Yeah, that could go either way for him.
That
in the
looked
back.
like it was straight in the back. But good goal, though.
Grundy goes to the Crows and become a midfielder. I don't think he needs to become a midfielder. He's good enough as a ruckman to just play as a mid.
I mean, a ruck is a midfielder, pretty much,
Yeah,
aren't they?
yeah. You might as well just keep the guy in who can tap it down rather than get another 2-metre guy in there. Do you think the Pies are missing Duggowie right now?
Yes.
He's probably
give him a bit of X factor.
He'd probably have kicked a couple of outrageous goals so far, and they'd probably be,
But to GWS deserve to be in front. I don't think he would be the difference.
Yeah, and obviously the GWS have got their own players missing. Oh, don't know. Yeah, a little bit. I think he just did enough. Like, it wasn't a big push, but he did enough to get rid of him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Free kick. Oh,
tackle!
Well done.
Oh, what a tackle!
Oh.
Wow.
You got rid of it.
See, that's interesting because he definitely got a handball there.
You got rid of that. That's gypped.
I think he was saying prior, but did he have prior? Zach Williams, he's playing a great game. He got
Yeah.
Regardless of prior, he got rid of that clean.
Good player.
starting on the ball there, interestingly, as well.
Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in the middle a bit. I've seen him get a couple of centre clearances.
Oscar likes playing forward. I don't think he'll play back, and he hates it when he's put in the ruck. Yeah, he's put in the ruck out of necessity, and he did an amazing job for a second-year player who's only 6'3", borderline 6'4". He was an amazing second ruck this year. But yeah, I think long-term there'll certainly be a forward. He's just good enough to play back. I think Oscar Allen could be the player we try and mould a little bit like Pav. And I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Pav, but Pavlich played in literally every position on the ground. I don't think he rucked, did he, Pav, ever?
No. Like, he would as like a third sometimes, but never started as a ruckman. No.
Yeah. Whereas Allen, I feel like, another player who could just play almost just as well in any position.
Does your cat come inside?
Yeah, probably.
I'll get it.
Oh, thanks, man. My cats have actually featured on the channel way more than Louis. My cats are just casually in the background of like heaps of my tipping videos. So Collingwood pressing a little bit now. I think they've realised this game is on the edge of getting away from them. One more Giants game, a goal, and I hate to say it, but this could be game for them.
You think?
If GWS get the next goal, I think it could be game for Collingwood. They haven't scored since half time. It'd be 5 goals.
Was that on the full?
I agree, Brody. Oscar will be a key forward. Oh, I read that comment, Busher, and I was like, that sounds like something Busher would say, and then I realised it was you. Riley says, glad you got over your cold from last week. Thanks, mate. I was sick as a dog with man flu. Had to go to work the next couple of days as well after that. Worked like an absolute bull.
I think he made up the cold just so he could avoid live streaming with me last week.
Yeah.
Ooh. Poor Joffa.
Doesn't look happy, old Joff. Sausage.
Got 45 on the stream at the moment, guys. Down to 42, but thanks anyway. Go Suns, says Cricket Master. Yeah, hopefully they win from here.
I think they've got it in them.
The Suns.
Yeah.
All right, big ball here. Oh,
The crowd is just booing so hard.
yeah, they are. This would be hard to watch as a home fan.
Hear them?
Yeah. This wet weather footy is not good for Collingwood's hopes of getting back into this because their long balls forward can't hit a target because of the wetness. Who's this?
Thomas.
Oh, well done.
Haven't seen much from him today.
No. Aiden King says if the Pies win, I presume he means he'll subscribe. Nah, just subscribe anyway, bro. We'd be happy to have you.
Good
great grab by Tomlinson.
Good player.
Riley says he just realised the stream's 2 minutes behind. Yeah, I don't know. I can't...
Oh,
Turnover here. Hoskin Elliott did well and not so much the tap on.
good punch.
The main man right there. Or maybe he's just been behind, not the actual stream. I think that's what he's alluding at, Esteban.
Probably more likely the stream's 2 minutes.
No, he said I've been watching the stream 2 minutes behind, so he's probably had it recorded back 2 minutes and not realised.
Or he might mean that the stream is a few minutes behind what's happening.
I think that's more likely because that's what happens every time.
Just realised I've been watching the stream, so it's like emphasising him. It's not saying the stream.
Anyway.
Let's break this down a little more.
Yeah,
Collingwood definitely mounting a charge. They got to put some score.
Tackle!
Did well to get a page of that.
Yeah, he did. I feel like GWS have sort of taken it up a notch this quarter.
They definitely have.
The Pies haven't been able to go with them.
The Pies haven't been able to score.
Big test for the Pies. Yeah.
Cooper says, if Richmond beat Geelong in the prelim, I'll subscribe. Yeah, boy! O'Reilly says live now, so all good. Awesome.
See, I was right. Jog on.
Yeah, true. Hamish says if Collingwood win this, he'll strangle a lion in his pool.
Cool.
Kind of
live stream it, bro.
Far out. Put that on YouTube. Oh, we got a cat. Oh, Eddie looks furious. His son looks a fair bit older than he did last year's grand final. This will be a famous final if Collingwood get back and win, actually. Because this will be a big effort, I think.
They are. Famous one if GWS win too.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Either way.
I think whoever wins this game is going to be versing Richmond next week in the grand final.
Let's not jump to conclusions. Subject to ASADA testing. Cat, get out of the way, cat. Oh!
Jesse just abusing.
I did not. No, I pushed the cat off.
He just glassed a cat.
I did not. The cat jumped down and the bottle fell. It sounded like I glassed the cat.
Someone pull the RSPCA.
Yeah. Do you reckon there'll be Pies in the finals in 2020?
Yes.
They'll have to be hot.
For sure.
Yeah, I think they'll make the finals.
For sure.
I think they'll make top 4. If GWS win the grand final, you'll subscribe. Come on, man. Just subscribe. Come on. Join the party.
No, man. Be hardcore and don't subscribe until Gold Coast win.
Could be on for another here, GWS. Good defending. Darcy Moore, he's so good, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player.
He's good, but I feel like people overrate him a little bit. I feel like he's not as good as
this year. He's really impressed me.
He's good, don't get me wrong, but the way people carry on about him, it's a bit excessive, I feel.
I feel like you're just against a certain sort of person in the community.
Yeah, Pie supporters, mate. You need a full set of teeth for me to get behind you.
He does look like Kieran Knightley, though, doesn't he? He really does. Don't you think he really looks like Kieran Knightley? Have you seen that meme?
It does.
Yeah. Wait, let me show it.
Yeah, he does. Especially when he had the blonde hair.
Yeah, the blonde hair.
From like Bender Like Beckham.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does.
When she has the short haircut in some movie where she's trying to be butchier.
Yeah, Bender Like Beckham.
Yeah. Let me show you. Let me get it up.
I haven't seen that.
Haven't you?
No.
Amazing.
He does. He really does.
He actually seems like a good bloke, to be fair.
Yeah, nothing against him, but yeah, he does look.
Yeah, he's probably a top fella. I just enjoy laughing at him.
I loved his reaction because on the on a post-game interview they asked him, "Oh, like, have you heard about the rumours you look like Kieran Knightley?" And he goes, "Oh, Bennett Like Beckham's my favourite movie." It's quite funny.
Can't believe you haven't seen it, Bush. It's an all-time classic.
It is pretty good. Yeah. Another game says Saints for finals in 2020. I wouldn't bet on it, but they are probably due to improve. I don't know if I see it.
I feel like we've probably made a grand final call in every second game, so there's got to be a video out there where I've called the grand final as GWS.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting rid of my cat here.
Jesse's just abusing animals again.
I'm not. I'm gently nudging the cat away from the camera. It's probably going to knock the laptop off. You've been in enough podcasts. Bush's dog's been in a couple podcasts.
Should get George.
The cockroaches in the early days.
Yeah. Who says we're not animal friendly here?
Yeah, it's just one particular element of the True Footy podcast that's lesson friendly to animals.
44 hit-outs to 10 Grundy. So everyone called the how this game would go would depend on how they combat Grundy. Now, Grundy's dominated the hit-outs, and yet Collingwood are getting pantsed.
Oh, well done.
He hasn't had much of the ball, though, Grundy, I don't think. He's just been getting his hit-outs, but he hasn't been accumulating the ball like he usually does.
That's probably a fair call.
I feel like GWS are just winning the contested ball.
They look
again and again and again.
They do look better. They've got to score here.
Need a goal here.
They need to score from this.
Oh, he's gone for goal.
He's shanked
Why?
it.
Crispy.
Can't trust anyone to take a mark. He's lost confidence in his teammates there.
Had so much more time.
Zach Williams, most touches and a goal. 5 tackles. Oh, we should do our votes tonight as well for tonight and last night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So Grundy's had 18 possessions. So he's
Oh,
doing
fuck,
right.
okay.
Yeah. Fairly solid outing from him. 29 inside 50s to 39. That's fairly low.
That was a bit of a result. Taranto almost... Oh, he did plug it.
Man, this is huge if GWS win.
Thought that hit the ground.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't a mark either.
Ooh.
We'll do that.
Card man in the house, is he?
Oh, they're on here.
Oh, here we go. This could bury the Pies, I reckon, almost.
Look at me.
Let's have a look at this replay of Taranto.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not a mark.
No wonder the crowd were going off chops.
Yeah.
We called it, Bush.
Seagull.
Cardman says, how good have the Giants been? Yeah, totally agree, man. They've been dominant, to be fair. They don't look like slowing down.
That's why I'm not as worried as you are about a shit grand final. I'm backing them in a bit more to make it a not shit game either way.
I would love them to win.
They're playing really well at the moment.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair credit. They've been great.
Last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Bulldogs like.
Where's Busher?
Was it like that when you got your apron?
Look at this fake bottle drink, because he just like... I was with my partner's dad last night watching the footy, and he watched that ad and he goes, "You didn't drink fuck all." Biggest fake drink I've ever seen.
Is it true though? Because they had the big ritual where they hand you your apron. Is that
no?
goes down?
That's not a thing.
Where you just get a big
That is
Congratulations, you've earned your apron.
Yeah. It's sacred.
The sacred apron.
I work at, for those who don't know, I work at Bunnings and like I'm a supervisor there, and I had to train up these young girls who were like 15 and 16, just starting at the front. We opened the store, and I told them that when we open the store, we have to sing the Bunnings song as customers walk into the store.
Don't tell me she didn't.
No, they didn't. But I was telling them, do. That would have been good. Log dog in the house. I don't care who wins. I just don't want Richmond to win. I concur.
Well, there's a good chance that's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Well, we know you concur with that. It's obvious you're anti-feline. Richmond Tigers. You're obviously anti...
I went for Geelong last night.
Well, you had no choice of that matter. Either way, you were going for some sort of feline related to.
Man, some big ins next week, potentially for the Giants with Whitfield, Cornelio, and Green. God, it'll be good to see them win. I do hope they don't wear their clash.
You really feel for the bottom three players that get dropped after a win like this.
True. You're not wrong.
Poor Ian Hill.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit lucky to be in the team.
Yeah.
Who was the other in for him? Because you'd think that would be the...
Keith, I think.
Yeah,
Keith.
right.
Yeah, Keith.
My name's Keith. Keith Urban.
I don't mind a bit of Keith.
Gross.
If anyone in the conversation gets that reference, very nice.
What is it a reference to?
I probably won't elaborate.
Oh. Man, you'd be panicking right now if you're a Pies fan, being at home here. Nothing worse than seeing your team bottle a home prelim.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, the grand final was a bit different to a prelim, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fucking... It was Richmond. I got mixed up with Richmond then. My bad.
Shut it there.
I got mixed up with Richmond. That was my bad.
No doubt, though, losing to West Coast, then losing this would hurt Pies.
Yeah. Interstate teams as well. Jill Productions hates GWS Grubs. Wow.
If you're a Collingwood fan, you'd be panicking right now.
Yeah.
You'd be shitting bricks.
It'd be a horrible feeling. I must admit, I did want the Pies to win the flag. Man, who would have called a Richmond GWS Grand Final maybe like in round 18? Because even Richmond weren't looking super crash hot then. Like, they were winning games, but nobody thought of them as the best. I think people were thinking West Coast Geelong and West Coast Collingwood.
This year?
I mean, specifically like around 18. Because I just thought, where both of these teams were at.
I mean, West Coast were second for... Were they second?
For a little bit. Yeah. For a little bit. Not for like that long, but...
Safe to say, this will be the biggest kick in Noble's life.
They got themselves to second and then lost to Collingwood in Perth, and that was when I thought Collingwood were the real deal.
Big kick from Noble here at 3/4 time.
Yeah.
Is he going to miss or get it, Bush?
If he kicks it, they're a chance.
If he doesn't kick it, there's still a chance. It's just less of a chance.
Yeah, well said. 3 behinds to 5 goals in the quarter. Oh, the cat's found its way into the... Hello, I'm the cat. Is this the True Footy channel? I haven't even had any beers. All right, predictions. What's everyone thinking? I'm thinking GWS win, just to go out on a little whim.
Oh, you're stabbing in the dark there. I'm gonna say Collingwood just because I consistently disagree with you, and it usually works out.
Did you tip GWS for this game?
I did.
I did.
Yeah. No, I was thinking in the podcast, just watching me play with the cat on hindsight.
Is that a euphemism?
Guys. GWS are premiers, that would be awesome.
Except it means GWS have got a flag before Fremantle has.
Yeah, true.
Which will depress me.
Rosie Beam says, amino acids before or during your workout. Man, I try and go to the gym like 3 times a week now. I used to be like a 6-day-a-week kind of guy. I'm just too busy these days. So to answer your question, like I don't even take sups. I do have this protein because it's caffeinated. It's like 5-star health rating, and it's got like no sugar in it. Tastes a bit average, but it's like it's as good as a coffee and a protein shake for me. But other than that, I eat like shit. So. Yeah. Sammy GFC, welcome. Hello.
Very rude.
Oh, Yao Ming is in the chat. Do you think it's the real one?
Is it the one that was trained? His parents were bred specifically to train him up in basketball.
Is there any other Yao Ming?
His parents were bred.
Remember this conspiracy podcast we did?
Yeah.
Where I discussed the Yao Ming.
I wonder if he watched that.
Yao Ming saw that. I heard that from my sources. I have multiple sources in Shanghai
Same
that kept me
source to
informed.
the rumour.
Despise Act says this is actually depressing. Yes, Despise Act is a Collingwood fan. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, bro.
Rip. I shall return.
Uh-oh. That means he has to poop.
Not quite.
Just a bug. Oh, it's nice to rest the old back. 40 watching now, guys. We've sustained pretty good numbers, so thank you for joining in with this last quarter. Let us know if you'd be keen for us to do the Brownlow, because we're sort of toying with that idea right now. I know Caden does it usually. I actually don't know if he's doing it this year. But yeah, I reckon it'd be fun. So let us know if you would tune into that. Hamish Bracewell says, what form of torture does Jesse prefer committing on the cat? Death by farts, actually. Not too far from the literal truth.
Yeah, to you too.
Despise that, reckons Collingwood will come back and it'll be close in the end, but the margin is too significant. Yeah, that's probably a fair call. Yeah, I think surely they're going to have one last push, but GWS have been too good. Backyard Charizard says, what the fuck has happened? Yeah, great question, mate. No, I mean, to be fair, these boys called it. I thought GWS were capable of winning today, but I just thought with their outs be too tall in order. I didn't expect them to dominate the Pies like they have, and it would be very disappointing. Brody Allen, Jesse, do you want some trivia questions? Go for it. Hit us with some trivia. Cat's got bored. Collingwood are letting Giants win. I don't think so. Somehow. Hamish, I'm not going to read your comment out. Well, I did say at the start of the game, GWS big flag chance next year, but might actually be coming a little bit closer than we thought. Who kicked the longest kick in AFL of all time? It was 105 metres. Holy shit, is that real? God. Who was that? Who was that Geelong player that went to go play in the... Ben... Oh my God, what was his name? Ben someone.
Is it not Johnson?
No.
I know who you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he played in the first premiership.
Yeah.
2007?
Not mixing up with Brad Otten?
No.
Ben something. Oh my God, what's his name? Someone help us with it. Oh, it was Dustin Fletcher. Good call. Yeah, he does massive kick-outs.
Dustin Fletcher, was it?
The one who did the 105 metre
I
kick.
thought it might have been Peter Riccardi.
Oh, right.
Have a look at his torpedo on YouTube. He's an absolute belter.
His torpedo. It sounds suspicious. Ben Graham, thank you. That was bothering me so much. Yeah, I remember he kicked like an 85 metre behind once. That stayed with me. I didn't think it was going to be him. 105 metres. It would be tough ask. The thing about 105 metres is you can probably measure that from the goal square easier, just by eyesight.
Zach Williams has a terrible haircut.
Zach Williams is an unfortunate looking fellow, but he's a good footballer. Is he from New South Wales?
No idea.
I don't know. He's not from WA.
My reaction to you dropping guts, Jesse. Your old Fletch can roast the piss out of a football, that's for sure.
Do you want to be in this shop, man?
Yeah, why not? Get me in. You fucking screen hogging whore.
From the goal square pass the setup, my goodness. Yeah, Fletcher could kick it far. He's got a son who's playing who looks exactly like him, and he was a father.
Did the kid end up getting drafted?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he was up last year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But he's backyard Charizard for that.
This actually works out as us. Why? Because of yours. He met his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Why is GWS the second favourite team? I guess they're likeable because they're interstate and there's no real rivalry other than Sydney, and they got a lot of good young players.
And Western Sydney's such a nice place.
Sounds like the area they live is probably really nice.
Western Sydney.
Yeah, I'm taking the piss.
Yeah, I was going to
Western
say.
Sydney's a shithole. No offence to anyone from Western Sydney.
Surely there's no one in the stream from GWS.
Yeah, they're probably watching the fucking rugby. Monday, Hamish.
David Shaw. He might be watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shorey.
Yeah.
In the stream.
He might be.
Very nice.
He lives in Western Sydney.
Does he? I actually didn't know that.
Yeah.
G'day, Shorey, if you're listening.
It's a pretty sick gig he got by the sounds. The job over there.
Was it Expedia? Is that right?
Not anymore. No,
Right.
Can't remember.
Haven't heard from him in a long time. Trivia number 2. What is North Melbourne's best and fairest medal called? Is it...
Oh,
What?
no.
The Archer medal, maybe?
What's Barker? Is that Sydney?
Yeah, I think so.
Steins? Is it the Steins?
No, that would be Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Wait, no, nothing. No, Steins was the community award.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if it's something else. I'm actually really not good at... Sid Barker, I want to say, is Sydney. But I could be making that up. It could be North.
Ooh. It's like Williams coming from the ground.
That is tough trivia.
Surely it's the Gaff de Goey medal.
Dusty.
Yeah, the Dusty Gaff de Goey medal.
So I missed that. Did you say it was Williams coming off the field?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh.
Hurt.
Hamish said he'd watch Brownlow. Thanks, mate.
What's cracking, Footy Cat?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Jez Cameron's going to have a shot.
Who'd watch a grand final live stream? Because I'm kind of toying up with the idea of maybe doing it. I haven't decided yet. But if no one's going to watch it, which I wouldn't expect, if you got grand final day plans.
Yeah, most people have social lives, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
If Cameron kicks this, she's just about all over.
Yeah, I think it's very tough. Saints is the Trevor Barker medal. Thank you, Backyard Charizard. I knew Barker was relevant.
Oh,
he's roosted it. And the Giants will play in their first grand final, surely. We said it at the start of the stream, but... Hamish says, Joycey, you're being a bit quiet.
No. Yeah, fucking chirp up, Joyce. For fuck's sake.
We said at the start of the game, GWS's top line players can compete with anyone, so... on paper, a grand final seems just. The only thing is, they've never really had any real commanding performances that make you think, shit, they're a real good team. Until the last 2 weeks. They did flog Collingwood earlier this year. I believe they beat Richmond too. But they were both in Sydney.
Haven't kicked a goal since the second quarter, Collingwood.
Yeah, true. Half time they were 20.
Oh, that's shocking.
Yeah. Oh, this is... Oh, Ian Hill
He's looking good.
gets rid of Noble quite easily. Oh, what a kick. Great play, Ian Hill. Great lead, Jezza Cameron. But that mark and that kick from Hill was devastating.
Straight down his throat. Then the kick.
Buckley out.
Did GWS have a real shot with the 3 ins? I do think, I think that's a good call, mate. The 3 ins next week, do they have a chance against Richmond? Well, yeah, they're so talented. The fact that they've won that game without this game without those 3 is incredible, to be honest. Collingwood are missing Beams and DeGoey, but we knew Collingwood were good.
DeGoey may as well have just hung around in Germany until Oktoberfest. It is right.
Delidio will feel a bit stiff. Did his calf in week 1 of the finals. Probably thought he's not missing out on the premiership, but now that's possible.
Last week said he's still a chance to play if they make the grand final.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
But I don't know if he gets selected.
Yeah, it'd be a risk to pick him.
He's missed.
Oh, Elliott has missed. This has been a bad loss from Collingwood.
Yep.
3 goals all night.
They really haven't played that well.
Mm.
It's got to be said.
Can't let the Giants wear their home jumper next week with white shorts. Let them wear what they're wearing.
Yeah, so long as it's different, who cares?
But the AFL will probably make them wear the clash.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
shouldn't matter if it's different. It should only matter if there is an actual clash.
Yeah, I agree. Sorry, boys, I was having dinner, says Riley. That's all right. All good. It is an awkward time, this game, for Eastern Staters.
Yeah, that's true.
4:30, they would have started. The GWS backline could trouble Richmond. I think that's a good call too, backyard. That backline we were talking about before was bloody good. Davis, I'm not sure. Haynes, thank you.
Shaw's still decent, but he's...
Yeah, I keep thinking of the other Shaw that played for Gold Coast, though. That's it's about Shaw and Williams.
Yeah.
Haynes.
Who else they got, bloody...
Who's that?
He's the Tibetan player. Actually, that's probably more of an Ethiopian player.
No, that's Magic Door.
Oh, I like it.
And he's kicked a goal, Stevenson.
Nice goal.
They're pretty still dead, I reckon, but...
You'd bet on Stevenson kicking that goal, though, wouldn't you?
Mm. Oh.
Yeah, I wonder how much he's got on it.
$36. That's pretty much all the money he'd spent on those bets he got done for was like $36 or something, eh?
Not worth it, hey?
Yeah. And they'll multis on his own games. It's like, I don't mind people. It's a weird one. I don't mind you betting on your own games as long as you bet and you'll win. If you bet, you lose. It's a bit.
Wait, is that what he did?
He bet they'd win. Yeah, he was pro Collingwood in his bets.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the thing. Like,
I thought you were saying he bet on the loss. I was like, what the hell?
yeah, if he'd bet on them losing or something like that, that's absolutely sus. But the fact you're betting on your team to win, I don't mind that as much, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I think everyone...
It's still sus, obviously. But
I think everyone accepts that he wasn't really doing any bad. That's why he only got 10 weeks. Because if he had... Like you said, if he had done it and were actually suspicious there was foul play, he'd probably have been banned for several years. That's a far more serious crime. Oh, good tackle. Crisp. I feel like Pies are playing with the urgency we were looking for about 45 minutes ago.
could be too little too late unless they...
I think it will be too little too late. That goal lifts them, but I'm still thinking too much to do.
Yeah, 4 more goals.
I subbed and liked. Thank you, Mr. Tierney, if I'm saying that correctly. I do notice we have a jump up about 7 subscribers since the stream started, so that's nice. We wanted 6,000 by grand final day, and we are 397 short. So, guys, if you find 4 friends and then they find 4 friends to subscribe to the channel, then we're in business.
Where were we grand final time last year, actually? 3?
Generally, can't remember.
It was 3 or 4, wasn't it?
No, I think we were only...
1? Maybe?
Yeah, 1 and a bit.
I saw we
I don't
cracked
know.
1 well before the grandy in the end
No, I
last
don't
year.
think we did, eh?
We cracked one before the before the Grandy.
I don't reckon.
We're at 2 or 3 by the
that
end
one's
of the Grandy.
touched as
No,
well.
we were
that
2 in
goal's
March.
touched as well.
Oh wow.
Are they going to recall it though?
We were 2,000 in like March.
You sure?
Yeah.
I swore
we only got
our-
monetized in like the end of the year.
Yeah, I swore we got our YouTube.
Oh,
I swore we
they
got
haven't called it
day
back.
before the Grandy.
Well, they haven't called that one back. That is big.
Especially with this clearance from Pendlebury.
It's too far, surely, you'd think.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, only 20 points.
666. The thing is with 666, if you get a good clean clearance, you've got even numbers in your line.
The old GCC.
Look, they've turned it up a notch for sure.
Gill intervening, yeah. YouTube account says I'll rally the troops and get you to 6K. Thanks, mate. That would have been awesome.
See, that's touched.
Yeah, Shaw has got a big fist of that.
Stevie Wonder could have seen that.
Spoil.
Yeah, very good.
19 points. Well, yeah, in theory, this game is on. I'm still thinking Giants, but...
It's hard not to, Mark. Realistically.
Hamish says he'll donate $15 in the next live stream if GWS beat Richmond by 30 plus.
Come on, G-Dubs.
Big call, but come on, GWS. That is beer and burger money, baby. Actually, probably not in Perth prices.
Yeah, Melbourne maybe.
Beer.
Yeah, that's a beer. Yeah, that's a pint and like some nuts. And then nuts are free. Depends who you ask.
You like your nuts cheap, don't you?
That's why I go to Bali every summer.
I love barley nuts.
I know you do. Let's just move on.
I meant the literal, like they have these actual nuts that you get like when you're at the bar having a bintang or whatever. They're really good, like.
When you pick them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're better than a peanut, that's for sure.
I think he's talking about actual nuts.
I am. I'm actually digressing into actual nuts.
I bet you are.
I love the nuts that you pick up at a bar when you're having a bintang.
Number 7, who had the most brothers playing at one time in AFL history? It's probably the Danahers.
Brothers.
Weren't there like 4 Danahers?
I don't really know.
Oh, that crowd must be electric at the moment.
That old Nana, she's really...
It would be an entirely Collingwood just about fan base. Yeah. Oh!
Yeah, touched. Definitely.
Or not 15 as well. It was borderline.
Pretty sure it was touched.
I'll donate $10 if Neil doesn't pull more... I'll donate $10 if Neil doesn't pull more votes than 5. Interesting.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
I think I had... Well, actually, I can't remember who had higher out of those guys. I think I had 5/4.
Nate Dog. Alright, remember.
It was the Danaher brothers. There were 4 of them, yes.
Cool. Oh, is that a kick? Oh, Maine!
Oh! Holy shit. What a comeback.
Maney, the fucking man. Offered me a drink at Metro's Freo once.
Did he?
I was unfortunately
What?
a designated driver and had to decline.
Oh, that's pretty nice of him, though.
I was literally walking out. He was walking. He's like, "Stay, man. I'll buy you a drink." It's like, "Sorry, man. I'm a designated driver."
What, with no context, like he didn't...
Yeah, he was walking into Metropolis Fremantle. I was walking out at like 2
But
in the
why did
morning.
he say that to you?
Because he was just pissed and friendly.
Oh, really?
He
the
just
hell?
saw me randomly. He's like, "Hey, buddy, stay at Metro's. I'll buy you a drink." Because I was
What a
walking out
legend.
the door as he was walking in.
That's strange.
Yeah.
But you were probably a bit of pay plater, so you couldn't even have one. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah. I think I'd only just gotten me grains or whatever it is where I could drive after midnight or whatever.
I would have stayed for like a Sprite. Just to have...
If
like,
he's that friendly, imagine the amount of money he burns through on a night out.
True. Yeah, you literally just walk past him.
Yeah, I was like, "What is that?"
Stay, I'll buy you a drink.
Another clearance to Collingwood. Here we go. Adams goes and drives the ball deep. I'm definitely hearing farts coming from this half of the live stream. Is that you?
It is not, mate. Is it you just trying to return the favour for my comment? And
Was that in the back?
Nah.
Could have been.
Play on.
Probably weak if they called it, but it could have been.
This suddenly it's only 13 points.
Mm.
In
Yeah,
12 minutes.
Time.
I guess just because Collingwood scored 3 goals in 3 quarters.
Aluminum
We
and Jason
thought
Ames.
no way, but
Yeah, but GWS did it.
yeah. Oh! Holy shit. This game is hot. Do you think the comeback is on? Yeah, I think so. He's
For
7
sure.
points if he kicks us.
Big pluck from Reid.
Although Ben Reid, it's never a sure thing, I gotta say.
Yeah, I see a miss here would drain him a little bit, you'd think. Does he kick it or not? I think he kicks it.
I think he misses.
Well, one of us had to be wrong.
Still, it's an interesting point. It makes it even 2 goals.
That is mildly interesting, you're right.
Well, it makes it a draw rather than a fucking loss if they kick 2 goals.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, that is a fact.
At least until GWS get another behind or Collingwood get one.
Yeah.
But again, it's big if Collingwood get another one. It means 2 goals and they win.
Yeah. Oh, that bounce might have just hindered the Pies a little bit. Here we go. Is this Daniels?
Huge.
Is it Daniels? No, it's not.
It's Lloyd.
Yeah.
Oh, curled it back for out on the ball.
Hit the post.
Would have been much better off letting it go out and bringing the whole team up. GWS have got to press up here. Don't
Lock
let
them
them
in.
just waltz it out, which
Definitely
it looks
gotta
like they're
lock them
doing. Oh, not a great kick.
Brody Allen, that story, that cannot be true, surely. Or a massive coincidence.
He did used to be a line already.
Yeah, and that wasn't the part I was challenging. Riley's mum's going crazy, yeah, I bet. Oh, Noble!
Yeah, good grab.
Man, 2 good finals we've been treated to, I gotta say, this week.
It's been a good series, really, all of them, really.
Yeah.
Compared to last year.
First week was a bit lackluster.
Yeah, there was a couple of crap games, but you always expect that.
Oh, good tackle.
Good tackle.
Locked it in.
10 minutes left.
Look how spread the game is now as well.
It's actually 9 minutes and 58 seconds cat attack.
You love doing that.
I do. I'm such a dick.
56 watching, I think that's the most we've had.
We had a 70, I think, on one of the early ones.
No, 97 was our best ever, but I mean today, 56.
Yeah.
Could you grab us a cheeky beer on Monday?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, man. My friend has a picture of them at the pub. Yeah, right. Mate, that's crazy. I'll take your word for it, Brody, because we've known each other for years. Nah, but interesting.
He's one of your illegitimate children, isn't he?
I doubt that's why he came to Perth, surely, but that is an interesting story nonetheless. Oh, hey, Emma, we love you too. You're a legend.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining into the stream. Nate Dog says, be right back. See you soon. Am I actually going to have to jump in my pull and wrestle line? Yeah, you will, Hamish. Luke says, what will you do on grand final day? Gee, I actually haven't worked it out yet. I haven't ruled out a live stream, but I'm erring on the side of not necessarily.
It's going to be a fun day, I know that.
Yeah.
A few beverages will be consumed, to say the least.
Yeah. Grand final day is probably one of my favourite days of the year. That and the draft, which we definitely are live streaming.
We're going to do the Brownlow?
Yeah, if you're cool with it.
I'm up for it. I do nothing on a Monday night.
Yeah. That's good. Oh, thanks, Dad.
No worries, son. I might say that on the live stream. So you should like.
I've kind of switched. I'm kind of going for the Giants to hold on here because I'd feel bad for them if they choked. But I do want Collingwood to win overall, I think. This is a great game.
I want live footage of Shane Mumford's celebration if they win a flag. That's what I know I want.
Yeah.
I'd love to celebrate with him.
Imagine that party.
Yeah, mate. Sausage.
That's a different kind of party, mate.
Who bought the seal?
What?
Sorry.
Oh.
Steele's a musician.
We used to say Sib used to laugh like a goose.
Seal? yeah, he did. Hell did.
I wonder if he's watching. He has tuned in before.
Yeah.
Big Ned
Oh,
Schneebly.
strong mark.
Ned Schneebly.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Schneebly.
OTG.
Yeah, what does that mean?
OFG, it said.
On the Guerns.
It actually said POO.
WTF.
Arguably a better contest than last night's. Yeah, not a bad call, like Mike. I think I don't know. Last night was pretty good too, but this one seems a little bit more dramatic, doesn't it?
It does.
Because Geelong fell away and Richmond really...
That's true.
There wasn't really an ending.
That's true. It kind of took the sting out of the game, even though Geelong they played they fought hard, but they weren't. Oh, that is a brave check side, but it's worked for them.
The Czech Jacksons.
Oh, they're on here.
Get those hands, my Czech.
The Czechoslovakia. Oh, the slip is crucial, but he's recovered well there.
Reedy's down on his hole.
Read these lips.
Good spoil. Haynes as good as always.
Oh.
Ooh, on the full. Ooh,
Just kicked it
yeah.
out on the full. There you go.
Oh, he looks a bit...
Bit concussed.
Yeah, a little bit. Just his facial expression looks a bit blank there.
Yeah.
He says, I'm alright.
Yeah, the amount of players that get concussed and think they're alright.
Yeah, if it was a prelim and you're playing.
Oh, yeah.
Do anything.
Oh,
he's kicked it.
Ooh.
No.
Huge,
Yeah.
Far out. What a game.
Goal, 7 minutes. Big
Cringe.
teams
A
popping.
goal, one goal.
Big teams popping.
Man, I feel kind of bad for GWS.
Yeah, me too. I'm feeling I don't know. I feel bad for whichever team loses this.
Most people tend to feel bad for losers, objectively.
Yeah. Is that how your life is pretty much going? Nah, I'm just kidding.
I was about to make the same joke about you, so don't feel bad.
Oh, okay, good.
I was about to make the exact same joke.
Luke, my favourite Eagles player is Shuey. This is a great game. It's an unbelievable game. You kind of hope it's not decided by a Collingwood goal, just because of that contentious touch or non-touch.
True. And that was the first goal of the comeback, wasn't it?
Yeah, first or second.
Was.
I think it could have been the second.
Right.
But yeah, either way. Good point. 60 watching, guys. Thank you. It's a peak for the thing. Oh, Collingwood clearance again. Grundy gets it out of the centre, soccering it.
Dominated this last quarter.
They have. This has been all Collingwood's last quarter here. We love Callum Brown. We love Callum Brown. There's 6 minutes, 53 remaining. Hamish Brayshaw is in the process of purchasing a line. Oh, imagine this is a draw. Holy crap. How good would that be? A drawn prelim would... have we had a drawn prelim before? I don't know. There's been drawn finals, there's been drawn grand finals, but a prelim specifically, I'm generally not sure. I'm sure Brody Allen will be able to come through with the goods on that one. Oh, it's a slug. Josh Kelly hacks it out, but it's just sea of Collingwood.
Yeah.
Oh, a couple of errors creeping into the game. Oh, Noble hits the only player in the vicinity, and it's a Giant.
The real MVP's back, everyone.
Giants really have to get some structure again.
Excuse me.
Nate, dog, you can't pull out.
Darcy Moore.
Draw extra time is on, potentially. Jack Paletti says, you guys are legendary. Thanks, Jack. You're a bloody legend for tuning in. Thanks, mate. Oh, the main man!
The friggin' goat.
See, Main's another player I want success for. Seems like a genuine nice guy.
Absolute sweetheart.
Bawled his eyes out in the last year's grand final, which is sad to watch, even as an Eagles fan. He kind of would be cool if he was the hero here, but...
He's a hero in my eyes regardless, mate. Don't you worry.
5 minutes 35 remaining for those asking. Thanks, Brody. He's looking up if we've ever had a drawn prelim before.
It's Maney's questionable set shot that got him delisted from Fremantle. Let's see how he goes here.
I thought he was the most accurate.
He was, but then he went to Pierce and then got delisted.
Oh, touch on the line, surely. No, Collingwood's celebrating.
Be a review.
Score
review. This is a big review.
Score review.
This is what it was brought in for.
Hamish is chucking the line in the pool and chucking his baiters on. It looked like a bit touched.
It's a bit of a chilly day over here. Perf to be jumping in the pool, eh?
Yeah, you'd think touched, probably.
It looked touched to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it definitely touched.
Point. Gotta be.
Imagine this one gets made a goal as well. It's 10 points. Fuck, this is an incredible game. A behind kind of... Well, it doesn't take a draw out of the equation, but it obviously makes it a bit harder.
I just realised this is the last of the beers I brought.
Oh, right.
It's touched.
Good all.
65 watching now, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This is an incredible final.
It's touched. Come on, just already.
Surely they can't be deliberating too much on that.
Why are they taking so long?
Oh, please don't get this wrong.
I was reading something interesting about Drinkwise actually the other day.
Alright, confirm behind.
That means the draw's looking unlikely.
A Japanese person's in and said hello from Japan. Welcome.
Konnichiwa.
Yeah, well said. Ishini Samchi.
That's the only Japanese.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
Because we had the choice between Japanese and French at my school. I chose French, but I probably know about as much French as I do Japanese. So what I'm saying is I didn't pay attention in French class.
Alright.
Luke, we got 4 minutes.
In fact, I got caught wagging it multiple times.
You got caught what?
Wagging it.
Wagging.
Yeah.
There is 4 minutes 59 remaining. Someone just said, Riley says, reminds me of the 05 semi-Cats versus Swans. Yeah, that was thinking about it earlier. That was Nick Davis. I see it, but I don't believe it. Oh, Williams has shanked it. 70 watching. That is a new best.
For today. G'day, Putty Cat.
4 minutes 30 seconds.
5 minutes to go. Imagine that... I mean, either side will be heartbroken, actually.
It is a prelim after all.
Oh, man. It's tense.
I just spotted a bear. And
Adams has kicked
a
point. Points hit the post.
Ooh.
I reckon a draw is pretty damn unlikely now.
Oh,
yeah, that ain't happening.
No chance.
You need 3 scores. Oh, no, you need... Yeah, three scores, potentially.
2 GWS Giants and a Collingwood goal.
Yeah. Shit. Harry says, what team are you going for? I don't even know who I'm going for at this point.
I'm just cheering for a good game.
I was originally going for Collingwood, but I kind of don't want either side to lose this game.
He just wants it to stay in a perpetual draw and they just keep playing extra time.
And the Eagles remain reigning premiers until eternity.
The last ever.
Yeah, the last ever premiers.
Because this game just continues in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Perpetuity, or whatever the term is.
Yeah, no, perpetuity's right. Yeah. Breathing intensifiers. You're damn right, Nate. You're damn right.
Nate Dogg. Rest in peace, the original Nate Dogg. He spit some bars.
This is a game and a half. I keep saying it. Oh, wow.
I love how Cornelio's all classy, wearing a nice suit with the GWS coloured tie and pin.
Yeah.
Toby's wearing the bloody...
It's funny how there's no, uniformity. So, no, pardon the pun. 80 watching now. Thanks for tuning in. The Japanese person says, I'm a big supporter of Collingwood. Good on you. You must be very nervous right now. I'm nervous and I don't go for either of these teams. I'm an Eagles fan. Thank you for tuning in, though. 82 watching. 83 watching. This has been an amazing demonstration of a battle of wills between these two sides.
It's been a gritty game. 6 goals, but it was somewhere in that 5 to 6 goal range.
Does anyone know what the top margin was? 85 watching now. I thought when Jez Cameron kicked that goal, it might have been, it could be 32.
Yeah, I got to agree with the YouTube account here. If GWS shit the bed, they deserve a priority pick as much as Gold Coast.
Oh, this is tense. Who are we thinking? I'm starting to think GWS win.
Yeah, me too. I'm thinking they might just hold on.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the fence.
This would be 2 amazing finals. Well, it is 2 finals in a row for GWS, but never has there been a prelim final that was a draw, says Brody. Thanks for getting back to us, the stats guy. He's like Jamie on Joe Rogan Experience. Yeah, Jamie, can you pull that up? 32, I think, says Cat Attack. Yeah, right. Thanks, mate. Oh, Dave's jumping off the stream because he has to eat half a kilo of steak. Good man, that's a bloody good reason to live.
Bloody fair enough, Davo. What
Yeah.
sort of steak, mate? Scotchy, ribeye?
Oh,
what do you got going on there,
I
mate?
don't think it was a mark.
No, it was
Oh,
a
it
good
might have
grab.
been in the back. Is that a mark?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, boys. What a game of football. Haynes, the man, did
Hainesy.
very well to actually find the GWS
I was
player
going to
there.
say, put it out.
Tomlinson was Finn Yessen.
That was out of bounds. That was out of bounds, as BT would say. Sorry if I scared you.
32
Just
was
as
the
cat.
biggest margin. Thank you.
Oh, that was out by a mile, though.
Was it?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Oh, Grundy. Oh, got to be
Not going to be playing midfield for Adelaide with pickups like that, mate.
33-point lead, they're saying.
Fair enough.
89 watching the stream, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is awesome, eh? This is the finals footy we deserved and haven't really had for a few years. Obviously, last year's grand final was good, but we haven't been treated to that many good grand finals, and this is a famous game.
Oh, tackle.
Oh, did that come off the boot?
Nah, it's handball.
Fair enough. 90 seconds to go. 96 watching, guys. Let's crack the time. Get us to the time. 90 seconds to go. 4 points the margin. GWS levelling for their first ever grand final. Collingwood hoping to set up some revenge. Well, not revenge, but a redemption of last
nearly
year.
plucked that big time.
Oh,
Ooh, that could be deliberate.
I don't think so.
can't
Surely
be.
not, but it could have been. If they called it, it probably would have been fucked, but at the same time.
A minute 17 remaining. Brett Daniels clutch. Oh, it's a free kick to
What?
Collingwood.
You're joking.
It's got to take a mark someone for either side.
I cannot believe they called that deliberate, though.
Yeah, that's harsh. I feel like if it wasn't
What?
a red hot footy.
He was kind of looking
Like
at the
it-
line.
It
and-
was, but you see that one like 100
Yeah.
times in a game.
Yeah, you feel like
Based on their interpretation, it was sus.
Oh, mummy,
Oh,
well done.
Sausage!
Oh, well done as well. Who was that? With the
It's
tap
a
on
minute.
there. We cracked the time, boys. 102 watching. Thank you, guys.
Shit, yeah, that is a personal best now.
Yeah. First time we've cracked the time for 100 people watching. You're awesome.
What a game this has been.
YouTube
Bloody
account
oath.
is bitting all his nails off. I don't blame you.
Toby Green, he's losing it, you can see.
Just like Fisher.
He's scratching to be in there, Toby Green. You can see it. And that was a pun about him clawing Pepper's eyes out, by the way.
Oh. They've really gouged their way back into the game. 103
Collingwood.
watching. 39 seconds on. Oh, I feel like a Collingwood goal's coming now.
Nah, I reckon GWS.
106 it just went to. 28 seconds left. Who you got? This is deep in Collingwood's forward line.
Is it still in there 50? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. They just need to kill every contest now,
A
GWS.
kick away here, and it would just about be done.
114 watching. 18 seconds left, guys. Oh, can we see a Nick Nutty moment from the ruck?
Sausage! Or Grundy.
Can you focus on the football? Haynes with the clearance. Oh, that's it, surely. It's got to be a clean.
No.
It's got to be clean. Here we go.
He's putting it in!
After the siren mark, someone's got to take it. Oh! Woo! Could have marked it. Oh, you just got the handball off. Oh, the Giants are in the grand final.
What a game.
They held on there.
What a game.
Unbelievable football. The
Very
Pies
ecstatic.
eat shit for the
G-Dub.
second time in a row.
G-Dubs are
Wow.
ecstatic. Tony Green looks happy.
Unbelievable. 121 people tuned in, 123 to help us watch this incredible game of football. Nathan Buckley looks dejected, as you would expect.
He did the documentary and everything.
Oh. We are going to see the Giants make the grand final for the first time. I actually do feel a bit bad for Eddie Maguire. That is incredible. Wow. So the Giants, after being written off by pretty much everyone going into the finals, I don't think anyone considered them a realistic chance to... I think I had the Giants the 7th biggest threat for the flag.
Dylan
Out of
Shield
8.
would be ropeable right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Man. But, I mean, how was Deledio, like, leaving his club and then to lose the prelim to Richmond the following year?
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Ryan Griffin left the Bulldogs and then the Bulldogs won a flag.
Deledio
Over
could
GWS.
potentially...
That's true.
That'd be interesting, him in against Richmond in a Grandie.
Oh,
I don't know if he gets selected, though.
Narrative-wise, for the narrative, it'd be
Yeah,
interesting.
that is incredible. Unbelievable final. Probably the... Oh. Wow. Probably the best non-grand final I've seen in a long time.
Since last week.
Well, no, I think this is better. Because I just feel like there was more on the... Well, clearly,
Obviously,
there certainly
there's
was more on the
more
line,
on
but
the
they were playing like it was a grand final. People are asking us to sing the GWS song. I'm probably not going to do that.
We are Giants. I don't even know the lyrics of it.
You don't even know the words to the Freo one. How are you going to get the Giants one right?
Mate, I can belt out the Freo song if I have to.
Please don't.
I wasn't going to, don't worry.
Oh,
Probably
Chris Rose
Ian
going,
Hill
yeah,
YouTube
poor
account.
Fella.
I'd say Ian Hill probably, unfortunately, even though he had a good game YouTube account.
Brody Allen says they were a dark horse. That is a good call. You're not wrong, mate. Who would have thought the sequel?
Poor to go. He may as well stayed in Germany ready for Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Yes, ropeable. What a missed opportunity for him.
He could have snorted sugar powder like Jack Watts did last year.
Yeah.
Sucrose or whatever it was.
Sauerkraut is pronounced. Wow.
Well,
This is not the grand final matchup I wanted, but I'm hoping it'll be a great game of footy.
I think it can be. Oh, we're up to 69. Shit, yeah, giggity.
Dude, we hit 123.
Yeah, but I'm giggiting for 69, mate.
Oh. Well, 2 people joined since you did that.
Fuck's sake. Killed it.
I'm going to say Richmond win the flag, but I would certainly be wearing my orange and charcoal Guernsey. Not that I own one.
He's going to go get one, though. Just
Man,
for the occasion.
quite a few people own GW's jumpers for such a, like, minor club, like, in Perth.
because I think the gym kids were selling the jersey for like $15
Yeah, they
for like
sell
6
them
months.
dirt
Were they
cheap.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're dirt cheap, eh?
Wow. Yeah, I know a lot of people that own the jumper that don't go for it.
Yeah, Darcy had one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a few people that had them.
What a game of footy. So let's have a look at, quickly wrap up maybe the game. Who was best on ground?
Maney's dejected.
Yeah, Maney looks devo. Poor
Yeah.
guy. He's waited his whole career to play in a winning grand final.
He had
and,
an anchor around his leg for so many years, and when he finally had a chance at some flags, he's been gypped twice.
That's a bit harsh to say he had an anchor around his leg.
It's a
Who's
joke
doing
at Fremantle.
Yeah, I
Fremantle
know.
being the anchor.
Oh, okay. I was going to say it's a bit harsh. Nick Haynes, 30 possessions. Jeremy Howard, 28.
Yeah, I noticed how a little bit.
Taranto, 26 and a goal. Grundy, 164 DT points, 73 hit-outs for Brody Grundy.
73.
So if you told us at the start of the game 25 possessions and 73 hit-outs for Grundy, you'd say Collingwood have won the game by 4 goals.
Easy.
You probably have said that, right?
I would have said 6 goals.
Who did poorly? Myercheck, 2 possessions for the game. That is
Here's a guy I like to talk up, but that's bad.
That is horrendous. Main 1 goal in 9 possessions. Side bottom was kept to 16. Pendlebury only 18. Adams only 20. Treloar 22. So they didn't get a lot of their midfielders. Collingwood. Howe and Crisp really drove from the back line. Maynard again, another defender with 3 of their top 4 ball getters. So the Giants have so much upside coming back in this team. You'd have to think, Green will be fresh. Whitfield, well, I don't know if I'd say he's fresh because he's bloody got appendicitis, but Canello's coming back from injury. But gee whiz, that'd be awesome if they won. Yeah. Guys, I'm not going to sing the GWS song. Alright guys, well, I think it's probably time to wrap up the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. This has been an absolutely immense final.
Yeah.
Man, we've been treated to some amazing games on this stream.
Absolutely.
Our first one was Geelong and Brisbane, where Brisbane won by a point with Lincoln McCarthy taking that mark. The next day, we did Richmond West Coast, which was one of the games of the season. And then we had that final Geelong Collingwood was only 10 points. Not a bad game. I did Geelong West Coast. It was an okay game. But this game...
That was a great game, I thought.
This game takes the cake. Yeah. This game takes the cake.
I swear we did that Brizzy final that was close.
You mean Brisbane Geelong? The first one?
Yeah.
That wasn't a final.
No, that was...
And I also mentioned it.
Huh. I was listening.
Wasn't a final, and I mentioned it.
I swore we did. A
Brisbane final.
Yeah.
Nah. No, we didn't. Hell of a stream, boys. Thank you, Rosie Beam. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
So I don't know if we'll do the grand final. Let us know if you want us to. If you got plans, you can't watch it, then fair enough. But we would love to have you. Should we do it? We might even do the Brownlow. I think we will do the Brownlow on Monday night. And certainly on Monday, we'll be doing our grand final preview podcast. So thank you very much for tuning in. And we will see you next time on the True Footy YouTube channel.
Couches.
Thank you. Now, I've actually got to find out how to turn this off.